We're getting bots sent at us. Bare fingerprints all over the place.
Wait, who do you think it is?
I'm not even gonna get like.
Nah,
don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? It's not like these guys have not tried to make content, bro. They've tried to do podcasts. They've tried to do freestyle shows. They've tried to do all of that, and they fail, fam.
It came back saying, yeah, he'll do the song. This is the amount. They said, oh, Nas will also do it for the same amount.
What?
Remember they came out, and then I see this a couple mans from the ends, you know what I'm saying? The larrikin outside like, yo, I'm waiting for RZA to come out here, bro. And man just wanted to eat anything that was out.
Oh, for real, eh?
So you want to hear something crazy?
Please.
My mind goes and thinks deep when I see things like this.
It was worth the phone call, right?
Yeah. Fabulous is on his way. We get a call halfway before they get there. Oh, we need another 5 racks.
Anybody out there, y'all know where you're at. You said no to a Drake feature at one point. Over here in Canada, Toronto rappers.
A rapper named Chaos was one of Canada's biggest rappers.
Chaos, man.
Bro, he said he was from Fleming one day. The man and we were pissed off.
Yes.
We went to his show, f***ed up the whole show, bro.
We love hip hop.
About Eglington right now?
Bro, that's half of my lifetime, dog. It's been 15 years since they started construction.
So we're 2025 right now. So since what, 2010?
2010.
That's crazy.
I broski through a quinceañera for it, fam.
So wait a minute. I feel like I should be in the loop, but it's not done?
It looks done.
It's in the testing phase. I think they have to
Quote
pass
unquote.
a certain amount of time where there's no mistakes, where, you know, now I think they were testing it for like a month or something, and then there was a mistake, so they have to like start again and have like a month.
There was a mistake. Oh, my guys, you have to restart. We need another
money.
We need another $50 million to rectify this mistake.
Bro, if this was in Asia, it would have been done in like 2-3 years tops.
But would it be well constructed?
It would be better. Bro, look at the Japanese transit system.
They are like 10 years ahead of us technologically.
True.
Bro, they got floating trains, like purely magnets, bro.
But True Say is running through Jamaica town, Little Jamaica or whatever. They try to prolong that. Enough businesses are being affected.
Yeah, that's another thing too, because Yes, I am in the loop, bro. I've seen a lot of specials where they're like, yo, mans are on Eglington and they're like, bro, my business is mosh up, bro. I can't even get any foot traffic over here because of the construction. You know what I'm saying? So that's been going on for 15 years for real, bro. Imagine how many businesses have closed during that time.
It's imagine like how much money it costs the city for like a transit system we haven't even been able to use. Like enough people that were excited for it, they're driving now. You know what I mean? Like,
so I had to get a car. I was waiting on this LRT and never finished. So
they ended up closing the RT. So we have less transit now. We're supposed to have more.
That's true.
I missed the blue line, the Scarborough RT.
Yo, low key.
That was a clutch little system there.
We're getting super local right now. The American audience is like, what the fuck is the RT? What are you guys talking about? Okay. I like I was telling you guys before we pressed the record, I had to move a couple of topics around. We're getting bots sent at us.
Jeez.
How do you know this for certain?
So as soon, and this is over the last 48 hours, maybe 72 hours tops.
The bad mind is active.
The bad mind times, bro. Hold on. So every time I was publishing a video, and I'm talking about within minutes, all right, and big salute to One Take Jake. We were here yesterday recording an episode, and as soon as I published the shit on the way here, 3 dislikes, like within the first 5 minutes.
Bang, 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 real quick.
Yeah. So we're talking, we're setting up the equipment, we're talking shit. Next thing you know, I refresh the page, 3 more.
They emptied the clip on you still.
Yeah, bro. And then I'm looking at all of the other videos like before that, let's say the last 5 videos before that, bare dislikes, like 8 at a time, fam. And then when I got home, they were gone.
YouTube sorted it out still.
I rate it.
Now, what do you all think the theory is? Because at first I thought it was like, mans are getting their minions to friggin', you know, send a freaking couple, yo, 8 of my homies, yo, go dislike the videos, which is hella lame. But then when the dislikes disappeared, I was like, okay, maybe it's a bot thing. What kind of bot system are these mans are using?
They got some evil op bots.
But like these guys are broke, so you know they have to use the free subscription.
The free one.
So the
expire.
YouTube algorithm picked up on that easy. It's like, you know when you hire like the low tier hitman, so they're sloppy, they're dropping pure evidence and stuff. Yeah, so
these guys got convicted still.
That can't go on. And we know who it is too, so you know
Bare
what I mean?
fingerprints all over the place.
Wait, who do you think it is?
I'm not even gonna get like.
Nah,
don't do it again.
No, they're so insignificant. I don't even want to shed no light on them. Like
it could be anyone, bro. It could be like a random hater. It could be a Toronto blog page. It could be Drake.
That's not Drake.
It was kind of coincidental because, you know, we're Thursday morning for the people who are watching this right now, that after the Monday episode and after the clip started going around, that all of a sudden these bots started happening.
Okay, so who are we accusing here? What are your theories? Because we don't know. Natural speaking with a lot of conviction, though.
We do have a few ops in the space, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But Friday,
digital ops, some digital ops.
But yo, no, Friday did the rounds.
We have to have an op counter.
I gotta reload my sound effect.
Nah, yo, Friday did the rounds, and you know, he made sure everything was cool. So those, I don't think it's them. You know what I mean? Like Friday, he pulled up on mans and made sure that nothing was going on, and you know, there's cop and peer please. So I don't think it's them.
Yeah. Also, salute to Six Trench. Okay,
Yeah.
they just posted.
Yeah.
They didn't know that it happened, fam. So they're like, "Oh, I lie. Oh, go on. Like, why are you so pissed off at everybody?
Yeah.
Why are you crashing out?" You know
Shout
what
out
I'm saying?
Six Trench, but you know what I mean? Like it's hot news. You should be knowing what's it's hot. It's hot.
But they pay attention to the other blogs. So because the other blogs weren't posting
That's true.
that's
They
like their
post.
source.
You see how Toronto
Bad mind, brethren. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I seen that. I will say this, okay? Because like, you know, and just a message to all of like the quote unquote ops out there that are out there on these Instagram streets, because they only live on the Instagram streets. We're all over the different platforms. We're a multi-platform type of thing that we do over here, right? There's limitations with Instagram, and I said this in a tweet earlier. Mans can only make money off of reposting like promo posts. Instagram doesn't pay in Canada.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys, they might just be frustrated, bro. They're looking like, yo, they're all over the place. Besides just going viral, like we're constantly making content that's getting posted all over. We're on multiple platforms.
Facts.
Visibility grows, so it helps to get more bags. You know what I'm saying? Mans have face cards. None of these guys show their faces, so we don't even know what they look like. So then it doesn't create them having a face card. Mans can walk into bare hip hop jams for free, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And dance hall jams.
And get
fusion.
Yeah, and get bags because our faces are visible. So they look at the limitations that they have because they're only Instagram pages. And then they're looking at what Mandem are doing and they're like, man, fuck these niggas, bro. We ain't reposting any of the shit that they do, bro.
I hear that. And I have another theory. And once again, I could be completely wrong, but I think their business model is slowly becoming outdated where it's not that effective to just pay a blog page to post your stuff.
Yes.
I feel like back in the day, they were probably raking it in like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands a month, right?
Yeah.
But now people have seen that it's not as effective and our model is a little more effective. You couldn't pay for that much promo that we did the other day. You couldn't pay for Shade Room, TMZ. So because of the nature of what we do, we're able to create organic marketing. Whereas for them, they're kind of reliant on their old business model, which is becoming outdated. I see them mostly working with businesses like hair clinics, restaurants, like bigger marketing packages. But for the average artist,
they're not for the artists, bro. Those pages are just there to just post whatever is going on.
But they charge a lot too. So obviously there's still value in what they do. But I think the results, the numbers, it doesn't produce what it used to produce, you know?
So they might have had to lower their prices. So I say, you know, and all of that is said because maybe they're just cheesed, bro. If you're seeing your money getting lower and lower every year, you never expand what you do. Every time you try to do something outside of just this one app, literally one app, okay, you fail. You know what I'm saying? It's not like these guys have not tried to make content, bro. They've tried to do podcasts. They've tried to do freestyle shows. They've tried to do all of that shit. And they fail, fam. We've been here for 8 fucking years, bro. Every time any of these guys try to do anything outside of that little square Instagram box, bro, it crashes, bro. So I'd be pissed at us too, fam. You gotta just watch us every week, twice a week, just talking shit. I'd be like, oh, fuck, bro. You guys get out of here, fam. If I was a bad mind person.
So you guys are doing too much.
You're doing too much,
I can't do that, so I'm going to hate that you do that.
Yes, fam. It's not like they didn't try. Like I said again, they tried. They just fail when they do it, bro.
And I could see it be like, maybe not full on hate, but the sense of like, oh, I just don't rock with those guys. Like all they do is talk shit. You know what I mean? So like the fact that we kind of got rewarded for just like, you know, talking shit on the microphones, like certain mans don't want to like feed into that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm not going to reward them for that. Like, and especially since like we were talking about their mans, like that guy keeps them, and I'm sure he keeps them like
solid.
You know what I mean? I'm sure he keeps them solid, you know?
In a weird way, what we accomplished was antithetical to what you're supposed to do, which is glaze Drake and kind of like play the system. Whereas for us, like it just happened organically. Obviously, Drake was still responsible for it,
sure.
But it wasn't like we followed the protocol.
Because I could say in the DJ space at least, like it's very clicky, you know what I mean? So like before I started having motion on TikTok and like Instagram and stuff, like them were not trying to check for me. And even after that, like I had to kind of like force my way in, you know? Like, I had to kind of like weaponize my audience against them. Like, like, yo, you guys aren't hiring natural. Like, yo, literally, like the numbers I'm getting is probably more than like 90% of the city combined.
You can promote the jam on your freaking platform and get more people in the building.
That's what I'm saying. But like, mans will cut off their nose to spite their face in the sense of like, oh, I don't want to put them on. So I don't, you know, but like, bro, use me. I don't mind being used. Like, this is all, everything's transactional, you know, pause. I don't even think that's pause though, you know what I mean? Like,
it's kind of a pause.
But like, there's a quote that goes, if you're not being used, you're useless.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
a
like,
fact.
Even if you don't rock with me, just like recognize the value and then man could just level up, you know? Like, business doesn't have to be friendship, you know?
Yeah, man's just speaking facts, man. Listen, let's start the show. Okay. All right. We ain't trying to get in this. Well, actually, we can get in trouble. I don't give a fuck, bro. I give no fucks, bro. I don't care if we get, like, I care if you guys get in trouble. I don't want anybody to get hurt. But, like, I'm not worried about, like...
Bro's endangering our lives on road.
No, but because that whole pulling punches, yo, watch what you say, yo, you guys, yo, man, them chat too much. Yo, fuck all that shit. That's all tricking people out of their position, fam. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because the people who they admire, who they watch, talk the most shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Academics, a GOAT, talks the most shit, gets on the Hennessy and goes crazy. The way he desecrated Chrissy Teigen, went through his problems, but everybody had their popcorn watching, fam. If that's a Toronto man's doing it, Toronto man's will be like, oh, man's chat too much. Bro, that shit went viral.
What he used to do to Rory, yo, he used to rant on Rory for literally hours straight. Like, I would be on Twitch, bro, I would rant from 10 p.m. to like 2 a.m., fam, like nonstop. Sipping Henny, like just crashing out on the man, but it's super entertaining.
Yeah. Gotta take chances. Let's start it off, though. Fuck all that shit.
Whoa. Jeez.
We back! Soak up the city and let it out. We back! Game is crucial. Prices going out. The world's greatest podcast! Yo, pull this up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up! Right! Soak up the city. We got a great show planned for y'all today, man. My team's expansion. We got laughs. Down in the Hamptons. We got hard times. Underworld, my economy. We got crime. We got hip hop. One more. I play my own shit, man. Fuck. The frog. Let's go. Nighttime driving around, expert catch a wet shit. Pressure, but apply it to you pussy niggas quick with my pleasure.
Mad.
Oh, Lee, tell
you know
him
who
again.
you sound like? Or I should say, you know who sounds like you? Because this rapper came on after you? Left Brain from Odd Future. That's like a little deep cut, but you know.
Left Brain's doing the Friday.
I lie. I lie.
Don't make me have to go back in my catalog again, okay?
Jeez.
Okay. Let's get into it, man. We're doing too much. We are It's the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. It's your host with the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Nighttime Driving Music Rick, aka 100 Blunts to the Head, aka Viral Poppy, aka Podcast Poppy, aka We Outside, man. Okay, mad AKAs today, man. We back at it. Okay, B3 Studios, episode 634. Back in the building, the Turkish Thrill, DJ extraordinaire, content creator extraordinaire. DJs are in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Yes, sir. DJs are, aka Burl Sound, aka Young Shawarma, aka Cheeseburger, aka Zarly Kirk.
Yes, sir.
Back at it like a crack addict.
Back at it.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, sir. Welcome back, man. Well, shit, I saw you like a few days ago.
I was just with you, bro.
And we got back at it over here. Okay, social media star. Okay, he be going viral on multiple platforms. Okay, you might see him listening to some Kendrick Lamar, driving down the 401.
Jeez, windows down.
Windows down. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. DJ Natural waving the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Mad. You already know, hide your wife, hide your shawty, hide your girlfriend. I will be doing content with them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, we'll see if we can keep the shorty count low today.
You know, what you doing if you and Natural get into a fight and now your shorty's doing a collab with him?
Oh, man.
Who do you fight? Natural or your shorty?
You just gotta leave her, bro. She belongs to the streets at that point. You know what I'm saying? But welcome back, sir. Welcome back. Before we get into anything, and also big salute to One Take Jake in the building. Okay, behind the camera. You know what I mean? My shooter. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have shooters. You know what I'm saying? But let me get a quick salute to the sponsors. Let me just pull up my script here. Give me a second. Okay. Big salute to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking sessions in true 5-star fashion. And that's a fact, yo. They got some super blessed strains over there. And like, they be making like sick clothing. Like I seen something on their Instagram page like with a sneaker, and they had like the logo on the side of the Air Force Ones. Like
that's mad.
They go crazy with like the lifestyle apparel and stuff like that too. So hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Exotic Hot Pot, and you could also find them on their website exotichotpot.ca. Also, I want to give a big salute to Road Ready Detailing. Okay, that's over at 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. You can get your cars detailed, you get tints put on your car, ceramics, wraps, anything you need, all right? Hit them up once again. That's 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. Their Instagram page is Toronto Road Ready Detailing. Hit up the boy Dusty if you see him over there. Say, yo, I heard about y'all through We Love Hip Hop, man. Like, can man get a little discount? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big salute to Dusty Wallace. And salute to Dusty Wallace. I spoke to him earlier today. He's dealing with some things, but he'll be back soon. You know what I'm saying? Not like, oh, yeah. But he'll be back soon.
So not like Plush and Kai Casanova.
No. No, he's fine.
Key Casanova.
I see how we're starting already today. But before we get into anything, let's bring in our guest. You know what I'm saying? You know, let me find some music. Hold on, before we bring.
Got activated. You know, are you crazy? Flemo legend.
Let's do this one. Since
you know what I mean?
Like, don't get mixy today.
Yeah, turn it all the way up.
Each time I saw you,
yes, sir.
Just had to make you mine. Passion for the streets, only
yes,
real G's. Down for whatever, always ready to ride. Get a rush. Time we hungry, and I know sometimes you just want to be rubbed. I'm in.
Yes, sir. We got back in the building. Sheesh. Okay, this gentleman has been trailblazing from back in the days. Okay, foundation MC in this game over here, and a businessman of multiple businesses. All right, he can help you from behind the scenes to even help you start your business. All right, I'm really honored to have this conversation. We've had multiple conversations, but like, just every time I get a chance to be in the same room as this gentleman right here and be able to soak up some of the history, I'm honored. With no further ado, we have the legend.
Jeez.
JB in the motherfucking building. Let's go.
Big up the whole city, yo. Big up everybody in the city. East End to West End, downtown to up top. You done know.
You done know. Yo, welcome back, brother.
Yeah, respect, man.
Yo, thank you for coming through, man. Yo, before we even get into our topics and stuff like that, what do you got going on? Like, what's been going on with you lately, bro?
There's always a lot going on with me, but most important, what's going on with y'all, man? Y'all are viral right now. Crazy
out there, man.
You guys crossed the border, hit up every state. You know what I'm saying? Took over every site. That's dope. That's dope.
No, thank you, brother. Thank you. No, enough respect, bro. But even you have a lot of experience with people on the other side of the border because you're dealing with artists and stuff like that behind the scenes still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're always dealing with something, you know, from the islands to the US to the UK. We got a bunch of artists out there too. So, and then here in Toronto, we always develop artists from Jazz Cartier. You know, my homies control all the business for Tizzy Stacks. That's one of my main homies' nephew. You know what I'm saying? And right now, we're trying to do some work with Roni and get him up to the next level as well.
When you were rapping, was it easy to develop relationships with those south of the border? Because I know, like, obviously there was internet and stuff, but like, were you able to garner that interest from Americans, and how did you do that?
So back in the day, what's interesting is now it's a little bit better, but back in the day, all them Americans wanted was just straight cash from the man. That's the only way
to play.
Yeah, so if you had a connect that could get you connected with whatever artist you're interested in, they just tell you the amount. So maybe rarely you'll see somebody like back in the day when I was like 16. We used to be going to Caravana. There was no VIPs yet. No VIP lounge, you know what I'm saying? So everybody had to be on the floor in the dance. So we'd be standing beside Shaq, Sean Kemp, all these people, right? All the rappers. Diddy used to have his parties down here all the time. But it was rare that they would actually talk to Canadian artists unless it's business. So if business is, pay them, right?
And not to interrupt you, Jay, I was telling these guys this a couple of weeks ago. It was, or I might have been speaking to another guest. It was way more easier to get to an artist at that time because we didn't have a lock-off VIP section. You can see the man them right on the floor.
If they decided to be in the club.
You know
what I'm saying?
But then they have mad security, or they were pretty accessible where anyone could just go up to them and be like, yo, Shaq.
Not as much as these days, bro.
It was they're pretty dolo, to be honest. Yeah. Sometimes we stand beside Vince Carter, whoever it was. Like, whoever.
And also, like, these days, them man are a billionaire, you know? They weren't billionaire at them times. So
they're
like,
just on their first couple mil.
Yeah, they're not trying to spend $100,000 to have the top of the line security with them all the time, you know what I mean? So they're looking more accessible.
Want to hear something crazy? 2 occasions I seen Jay-Z.
Yeah.
First occasion, me and my homies off the turf, okay? Probably 17. Off the turf, took a cab, Holiday Inn. Kid Capri was playing. Who was standing beside his DJ booth? Jay-Z. Nobody, nothing. The dance was even a ram. It was probably like half packed. You know what I'm saying? And the next time I seen him, big ass, Samoan security guards.
The Rock.
You can't even get to him. You know? And it's crazy. But yeah, if you had the money, you could get whoever you wanted back in the day.
Yeah. Times have changed.
And a lot of rappers came through back in the day, like Nas put up, I believe, like Rakim, Biggie, Auto, like enough mans came through to the city, right?
You know, the irony is that when I got the call that I could do the song with Game, because he was freshly signed with Interscope and G Unit and all of that, and I went across Canada on tour with him. But when it came back saying, yeah, he'll do the song, this is the amount, they said, oh, Nas will also do it for the same amount.
What?
Whoa.
Hold on.
So you had a choice.
I'm late on my sound effects.
We had a choice. It was just me and 2 of my homies that dealt with all the finances. Big up all the Keep It Moving. You done know.
Yeah.
And Nas wasn't doing nothing.
Okay.
He wasn't in the spotlight
at that moment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, what do? We want a classic song that nobody's gonna care about?
Was it between whatchamacallit, Illmatic and like right now after it was written, between it was written in like the Stillmatic times around that time?
It was after like that weird album that he did where like, he was trying to
the Nostradamus album.
I think it was that.
Yeah, because there was a time when like he was kind of low, he wasn't as popping.
So I love Nas, bro. The first time I met Nas, Young Street, it was like some place called Baseline or whatever the club was. Like Biggie performed there, a bunch of people performed there.
Yeah.
I was a little kid. We're too young to even get in. I remember me and Eyes a couple men, eyes from Brass Tacks.
Yeah.
We're out back, and then Nas came out drunk to the back just to take a piss. And me, I'm looking at the man like, yo. Said, yo, I want an autograph still, I can't lie.
Yeah.
And I remember we waited for him to finish, and he came, he was all staggering. Like, back then it was grimy too. He could have easily got robbed if he had chains on his shit. He didn't have nothing on.
Yeah.
Man, them were gooning on anything that was going on. They just want to take your chain, whatever, right? And I said, yo, I love your music, man. I'm a big fan. And I remember it was on a green piece of paper, wrote One Love Nas. And that inspired me to know that I could be close to an artist that I admire.
Yeah.
So imagine the kids in America, they see that every day. And that's why you see all that extra.
They're inspired.
Yeah.
It's easy to them. It's not a celebrity to them. It's a man that came from their area that they see in the mall or whatever, right?
Yeah, they get to see them like driving through when they come back to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
When artists like a Nas or of that caliber would come to Toronto, was there like a check-in protocol, or would they just pull up Dolo? Would they like know somebody that would kind of make sure they're safe?
They would probably try if they knew somebody, but there's never no check-in. But, I remember one time we're outside, I think it was Rebel or something like that, and Wu-Tang, I think it was like Ghostface, Raekwon Capadano was performing, and they fronting on the mandem to get in the club. Remember those days, man's in the line, say, yo, call so-and-so, and man, front man say, oh, you don't want to pull up, bro? Man was just done the dance, I told you. So I remember they came out, and then I see this a couple mans from the ends, you know what I'm saying? The lurking outside like, yo, I'm waiting for RZA to come out here, bro. And man just wanted to eat anything that was out.
Oh, for real, eh?
Yeah, they didn't care about no beats and none of that shit, bro. Man, it was a grimy. Well, you were probably not even born yet.
R.I.P. to Proof, right?
Yeah.
He got beat up on Richmond Street.
Wow.
Like
Outside
Eminem's
of-
friend Proof?
Yes,
Oh,
outside
my.
of a club. I think it was Life Nightclub. Remember Life Nightclub?
Yeah.
Right? It was like Richmond and like John Street.
Yeah.
And he came out the club and he got into a fight with one of the man them inside the club, bro, and he got beat up.
But they don't have security? Like, was it a flex to not have security? To be
Yes.
like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
truly
Yes.
outside.
Yeah.
Like, you can't
Absolutely.
touch me
That used to
with
be the
my
thing.
chain.
Yes.
I don't need no security,
You
Now it's the
got,
opposite.
you got all that security.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, you pussy.
Mm.
Guru, R.I.P. Guru. He had
Yeah.
a song on one of the Gangster albums. Like he was like, "Yo, gangsters front and go on hard, but when you see them, they with their bodyguards."
Mm.
Like now, it's like Mando. Like you have to have your bodyguards. Are you dumb? Like I'm worth like $100 million.
Yeah, it was a certain time that if you had security, you're a pussy.
You're
That was it.
hella
Really?
pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Like
Just-
you better just hold something or whatever.
Just for
hip
hip hop artists? Like, I'm sure if you've seen a pop artist, you wouldn't be
For sure.
surprised.
It was
if
just
they had a-
hip-hop.
It was just hip
It
hop.
was just hip
That
hop,
is
bro.
crazy.
But also, like, even up and coming artists as well, because I remember when A.W.O.L was on tour, like, he was with TDE and he had like major label albums out or whatever, right? But okay, so we did a show out here. It was at Phoenix Theater or whatever, right? So I remember I left the show a little bit early because I remember seeing a tour bus right behind the theater. So I'm catching by the tour bus, I'm balling my spliff, and then the man's manager ends up forwarding outside. So I'm talking to the manager, we're chopping it up. Then he's like, yo, like, do you want to forward on the tour bus? Like, yo, just pay me a bill, and then you guys could like chill with us on the tour bus.
No way.
We gave him a bill, so me and my next bedroom were on the tour bus. A.W.O.L forwards after whatever, right? And then like he's like, oh, I want some loud, da da da. So I call my next boy. He brings loud for A.W.O.L, so we're all vibing, da da da.
Nice.
And then one of my next bedrooms, he ended up like ruining it or whatever. Like he kind of like he started arguing with him basically about like sativa versus indica. But I'm thinking like, bro, like we're on the man's tour bus. Whatever he says is right. Like just think about the bigger picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's arguing with him, but I brought this up to say that like I feel like certain artists kind of like let their guard down a little bit when they come to Canada because they don't think.
It's Canada, man.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Through the course of history, what happened is, it's pussy to have security. So everybody in the crew is holding something or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Then everyone started getting twined up. Now nobody don't want to hold nothing no more. You gotta get smarter or else you're just an idiot.
Yeah.
So why would I be the artist holding something?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So just pay somebody. I learned that when I was on tour with some of the Americans, and I seen that they have like ex-CIA guys and different guys just authorized to hold the weapon.
Yeah.
Be going through all the checkpoints in the airports, and you see these guys just, volunteering their suitcase that has the weapons, claiming it, all of that. So when I seen that, I started asking questions like, yo, how much y'all get paid a day? Or, how much you get paid for that?
Yeah.
So then you just got to kind of figure it out. And then because I was in that room with those people or in that space, they started reaching out. So then the driver starts calling and say, yo, you don't have to go pull up to no club by yourself, bro. Just hire me for the night,
Yeah.
and we'll pull up in the Suburban or the Tahoe or whatever,
Yeah.
and then pick you up. So it has the look and the feel. So that's one thing that we're still trying to capture here. But,
Yeah. We're not evolved yet. Like we have it. Like there's people who are rich artists and stuff like that, but like it's far and few in between than the regular person. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this is kind of a random question, but pre-bottle service era, if a celebrity was in a club, like what were they doing? If you're not ordering bottle service and you're in a booth, like you were just on the dance floor.
There's
like,
still bottles.
Yeah, there's
and
still
stuff
bottles
like
back
that.
then.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I thought that got introduced.
They had like Moet and all them things.
like champagne and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was interesting because the city was pretty tight.
Yeah.
And then if you're from an end, you're from an end. It was Flemo Corner. When you go to a dance, every week, if it's a party, you know that's the Flemo Corner.
Tell them about Phoenix. Tell them about Phoenix.
Yeah, I didn't, you know what? I was on road during the Phoenix time.
Okay.
But the rest of the men were there.
Yeah,
I'd pull up in the front, like if I had to go, meet somebody afterwards, I'd be like, yo, I'm pulling up after the club's done. But I'll bring it back to Spectrum.
Okay.
See, you don't even know what that is, right?
It sounds familiar, but I wasn't going there.
Yeah, so Spectrum was like Main and Danforth, the most randomest club, but it was all ages.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So every week, it was the only place that were the hip hop jams. Probably in the West End by Oakland and Vaughan. There's probably like some after hours, but that was more like death trappy. Like, you're more bound to get into some kind of gunplay out there.
Okay.
But Spectrum was just happy. Imagine people doing like choreography and shit, doing battles.
That's before I even moved here.
Yeah. Spectrum, bro. For all those who know, Spectrum was lit.
I can't believe we had all ages at one point. Like it was a normal thing. Like people would go to all
But even
ages.
our generation, we had all ages.
We did, yeah.
You know,
Why wouldn't they? Okay, before we get to our topics, why can't they get away with that now in 2025? What has happened to the world where like an all ages can't exist anymore?
I think people are like aware of the potential predatory aspect, because mans are going there to meet high school girls.
I think back then, like it was a little more accepted for like the older and the younger to commingle.
There were grade 10s, grade 9s from my school going. And
that's a crazy concept now when you think about it.
Yeah.
I don't want my daughter to know all ages.
No. So wait a minute. There's going to be 30-something-year-old people there? Like, no, you ain't going.
Buying my 15-year-old daughter drinks.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that separates. Is like, you have to have a wristband if you're show your ID if you want to buy drinks and all ages.
Yo, bro.
Crazy.
That's a wild time to think about, fam. Like, you could never take that time and like just transfer it into 2025, bro. That would just be like bare cases. But okay, let's get to some topics here. And I'm glad that I have JB here because we've been speaking about the game for multiple weeks now. And I'm not letting up. I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer, bro.
Okay. Game watch.
Game watch. I might need to make a graphic now for this is like the third time in a row. So the thing is, I keep on going on his Instagram page. And I see these posts where he's like, hey, DM me, 5 artists, blah, blah, blah. But then when I go the next day to do the podcast, it's always gone, bro.
The 5 artists DM'd him already.
That's what they got.
Kick back.
Got him. But I always screenshot everything. If you want to do me a favor, Jake, I sent you the link also. Go to the do Google follow. I just
You know what's crazy about the same situation because we heard about with different artists? I actually got the DM from the Fat Joe one.
Oh, for real, man?
I got that one. And I entertained it because, bro, I've been dealing with these shiesty scam artists that come from America, think that everyone needs them for whatever, and says, yo, I could do this for you, I could do that, just pay me. So I said, let me just entertain this shit, cause it's Fat Joe's face on this shit, saying an account that says Fat Joe. So I'm DMing a couple of messages like, yeah, what's up? Oh, the same spiel, we like your music, you got it, this and that. I said, which song you like? You know what I'm saying? Hit them with those ones, right? And they said, hold on, let's get on a call. Bro, said that they had a video clip of Fat Joe in a studio for 10 seconds saying, yo, I can't hear you right now. Hold up, I'm gonna call you back. Just so you think it's real, bro. And you know what's crazier? As I'm sitting there laughing, I'm dying, right? I'm watching Breakfast Club. Boom, a man didn't call up on Breakfast Club talking about the exact same thing.
And they let the call go? That's crazy. Because you know these guys will protect their homies and stuff.
Yeah, Fat Joe, so he needs to be checked on that shit.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Jake. I'll put it in post. So if you guys look up on the screen over here, right? And my screen freaking goes out. Okay, all talent DM me now. Knocking out features all day. This was last night. Okay?
Crazy.
Now, I want to give a big salute to Big Bad. I had him over here yesterday for an interview, and we were talking, and then after the interview, he started telling me about the game stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, shit, man, we already tore down all the cameras and shit, bro. You're telling me this now? I need to call him, bro, because he told me a crazy fucking story, bro. Let me get him on the phone here quick, fast.
When you guys did your feature, obviously this is pre-Instagram, so how did you guys get in contact with each other?
I was on tour with Game.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, when he just got signed to G Unit, the very first stop that he came to was Canada. And I was the one that toured across Canada with him.
Was it like the promoter made that connection, or like how did that happen?
Yeah, so I'm connected with Substance Entertainment. That's Neil Forrester, and you know one of my managers at the time, Andrew Casenthal, is close with them. They're actually partners now. And they just made it happen. They just put me on the tour. I was the main artist across the whole Canada. And in different cities, other guys would pop up. And then I would be traveling with them. So I was probably one of the only Canadian artists that got invited on the American tour bus.
Yeah.
Right? Where the man said, roll with us. So I was just more hanging with his boy AR, and Tony Martin is my boy to this day. Right? So
and
Tony,
were those guys Black Wall Street guys?
So Tony Martin is Jimmy Henchman's boy.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
And AR is just a blood from Compton.
Okay.
Right? So he's not Black Wall. She didn't rap or nothing like that. I think he just passed away. What's crazier about that is one of our beautiful girls, like one of the old girls from Flemo, because we have some girls in Flemo that we idolize as kids, you know what I'm saying? Where you're a young kid looking up to them. She dated AR in Atlanta. And I think I asked her the other day, she said he just passed away.
Damn. All right.
Right? But he was the real one. So when we're touring everywhere, like we're on the planes together doing everything, I wasn't with Game. Game is either first class or in the back of the tour bus, protected, because at that moment he was beefing. He was beefing, but he's like a precious diamond to the business, right? Because Jimmy Iovine and Henchman, Dre, and 50 and Eminem, that's their artists. Yeah. So that was the first time they just signed him, and we're just doing all stadiums across Canada, right? So it was pretty cool. And he had to come up to me a couple times and kind of, because as we were going through Canada, I was popping. You know what I'm saying? I was on TV like multiple times a day and shit, radio across Canada. So people knew who I was, and I didn't expect that. There would be in places like New Brunswick, people like, yo, I drove 2 hours just to get there, just to see you. I said, don't lie, bro. Like, nah, bro, I came to see you. But what I noticed is that he was around a lot of people, you know, that did the business for him. So he's almost like a protected child, right? And all he did when he was on that tour was say fuck 50 or whatever. So
yeah, that's when he was heavy on the GU Not tour.
Yeah.
I was trying to call Big Bad, and I'm gonna see if I can get him on the phone again, because he got a feature from him. Okay, he got one feature, but when he tried to go for another one, he charged him 5 racks. Yo, I got him. Yo, what are you saying, brother?
That's there, fam. It's cool in y'all. Everything nice.
I'm blessed. I'm over here with the crew, okay? And big salute. I got JB the legend in the building over here also.
Yeah.
Salute. Yes,
Bless up.
We're talking about the game right now, okay? Can you retell me that story about the 2 features or the 1 feature that you got from him and then the feature that didn't happen?
So yeah, fam, you know, so the man, whatever, hit me up with the DMs, whatever, feature things, blah, blah, blah. He's like, he wanted 3K. I'm like, all right, so how you want to pin this? The man says he wants a cash app. So I'm like, we don't have that in Canada, but no, I got peoples over there that I could make them send it to you. See? He goes, all right, don't say a word, send me the cash app. So I linked my aunt. See? She's also a lawyer, by the way. I'm like, yo, I need you to send this money off to this guy. I'm trying to do a song with him, whatever. My aunt's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, everything's supposed to be good, you know?
Yeah.
So she went and did a look of research. And she started seeing all these articles about this nigga and shit. So she was like, yo, send it to me. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I sent him the article. I'm like, yo, bro, walk on. Like, yo, you're trying to brush, man? It's like, you know? He's like, no. He's like, yo, don't listen to that shit. Don't worry, I got you. Whatever. I'm like, so my aunt's like, yo, you sure you want to send him the money? I'm like, yeah, just send him, man. I'm fucking rolling the dice here, you know? Just send it, you know? So he sent me the verse, and I got like 2-3 days later, he did a outro and the intro for me, so I got it.
Right.
It's like, okay, my thing. So I thought we were lit. You know, moving down the road like a couple months ago, man hit me up and said, yo, we same gang, like.
So he hit you up first.
Yeah, you know? Said,
Long time.
It's been a minute, yo, everything blessed or whatever. I'm like, yeah, you already know. You know? He's like, yo, what you saying? You want to rock in on some shit? I'm like, yo, we could work, you know, but like I need like a 16, like an actual full 16 bars. Like, you know, I'm trying to elevate from the intro, the outro shit. You get me? Man said, yeah, don't say words. Like, boom. He's like, what's going to me a little more, like a 5K. So I'm like, all right, I'm thinking everything's blessed because, you know, he did the thing, the right thing the first time, right? So
Right.
I'm like, all right. I'm gonna send him the bread.
And this time you didn't go through your aunt. You just sent it straight over.
All up to now, I'm still waiting. So I'm hitting him up. I'm like, yo, broski, you all going? Like, you're not sending me the verse? He's like, yeah, don't worry, my engineer's gonna send it. So boom, the next day I wake up, I see the email, I check, I'm like, okay, we're lit. So I take this shit to the studio now. Boom, we're trying to put it on the beat and, you know, get it all like mixed in or whatever. Broski, my engineer pauses. He's like, yo, wait a minute, yo, you can't hear that? I'm like, no, run it. Please, and I still can't hear nothing, you know, fam. So this man's like doing his engineering work and enhance the shit. So now I'm here, we're hearing like a Mexico beat in the back, yo. This man like fucking Shazam the songs, and the next song popped up, fam, with the next artist.
Oh, he isolated the acapella from a next track.
He took the stems from the next track, but you can still hear a little lingering.
Yeah, fam.
Wow. Okay, so then keep going. So you sent it back. You sent that back, and then what happened? I'm
like, yo, that's the next man's thing he sent me. He's like, oh, my bad. I know my engineer told me. He's like, let me talk to him. The man sent me back a next set of stems now. Same shit, my nigga. We just Shazammed it because
red rose, white ceiling.
Red rose, white you know?
Oh.
Yeah, Sean, a verse off of a track he did with Sean Kingston. I'm like, yo, Reggie, what's one? Man's like, yo, you got the verse though, right? I'm like, yo, my nigga.
I didn't say I was gonna give you a new verse. I just said I was gonna give you a verse.
Yo, man thinks he's giving me a new verse. He sent me an old used one. So I'm like, bro.
That's a new level of scammers, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, fam. No, up to now, I'm still waiting on the verse. Up to yesterday's telling me, yeah, don't worry.
Man, them stems, the acapella from
that
the track
okay.
and put and sent it, bro.
Listen, Big Bad, I'm gonna link you later. Thank you for this. Okay, I want everybody to go check out Big Bad's music on Instagram. Give them your Instagram name.
Yeah, big up, Big Bad.
So it's Big Bad, BIGGBADD_DBM. And Big Bad, you know, so the Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all of that, you know?
Okay.
Bless up, bro. Bless up.
Yeah, respect, big up, we love hip hop. Yeah, don't know.
Don't know, brother. Respect.
So you want to hear something crazy? Because
please,
my mind goes and thinks deep when I see things like this.
It was worth the phone call, right?
Yeah. So last year, Lioness Core redid my song "Fire in Your Eyes" featuring the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That shit went crazy viral. Went onto bars, blogs, and all that, right?
Yeah.
Like rap and bars are like the big ones in the States. And he endorsed it. He put the stamp on for Lioness Core, right? Because Drake did the like, he did the like, did the send the message for. Endorse it, bars, endorse it, went off. It got so popular. Another artist right now, Jay Rise, the Asian artist, he just did another remix to it, right? So as we're trying to load it now, this is when all of this shit's starting to pop up.
Wow.
So I wonder if this nigga's like, yo, if these niggas just gonna keep on, let me just, give you guys some act like I could give you some verses if these guys want me, if I'm so popular in Canada because all these rappers are rapping over the same song I gave me back in the day.
Yeah.
I didn't know the Lioness Core song was the same song you did.
It's my song. She just put her verse on it.
Even the beat?
She just put an extra kick on it or something like that. Her producer, I let him just to kind of give it a little bit more upbeat.
Yeah.
It's my beat. Yes, Tone Mason made that beat.
Yeah, salute to Tone Mason.
Yeah. Big up Melly
Yeah.
and Lucius.
So he out here seeing that the Canada, he thinks it's sweet, but not only Canada, because this whole thing that the Post, he said at first it was Toronto, but then he switched to France. He's switching to multiple places. I think he tried to in the UK as well. So he's moving around the world, taking bags, and salute to Big Bad. Like, bro, he's sending verses that have like the beat underneath it still, bro, from a next song.
AI is incredible, man. I imagine these guys are just hitting some AI, just sending it out.
Yeah, they could.
They could have just cloned his voice, AI his voice.
Wow.
As a DJ, most of us use Serato, and even on virtual, and most DJ, I guess software, you can literally click a button and like you can make any song.
Well, that's what I was saying. STEM.
Literally,
that's what it is. It's
the
STEM
stems. Yeah,
I do that all the time.
You
bro.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Listen, man. Again, this is another PSA. Beware of the game.
Game watch.
Yo,
Game watch.
Before, so sorry to cut you.
Yeah. No, agree.
Now that all of this is happening, as we're trying to load the J Rise, because I'm with Believe, right? So Believe Canada,
the
distribution. And as we're doing it, we're in the back end now, and we're seeing copyright. Because Game now is trying to do whatever he can in the background. He's trying to re-release the song as his own. He's under Orchard. So yeah, we see you, bro. We see you, bro. And remember say, big up Tony Martin that, kind of kept me kind of tame, but as long as they don't try to fuck with my shit, bro. I pay a lot of money for that. That's brick money, bro.
Bro, and I'm tagging this nigga, so it's not like he ain't seen the post. Okay? And I've tweeted him multiple times.
He'll respond to your DM right now.
Maybe.
Let's work.
Let's work.
There's an automatic response, like an AI response.
Yo, that verse is fire. Let's work.
It's like, bro, I do a podcast. What are you talking about?
Artists beware, man. There's a lot of them that do that. So Americans are always shicey, trying to shice people and take from them. One time we had Fabulous coming to the studio. Okay?
No way.
So Fabulous is on his way to phase 1.
Yeah.
Right? Same time, I did a lot of songs with a lot of people. I have a song with Nicole Ray as well. She's the one that did a song with Missy and Timberland.
Yeah.
Multi-platinum. Right? So Fabulous is on his way. We get a call halfway before they get there. Oh, we need another 5 racks. Bro, it's me and my homies. So I say, yo, send that nigga back, bro. Fuck that then. We don't need you, bro.
Yeah.
The man and call right back 10 times after. Please, bro. Sorry, forget about it.
Yeah,
so sometimes it's mans around them that want extra bags.
Yeah, exactly.
So their homies or whatever, how they're going to give their homies money. Right?
Yeah.
So they say, yo, don't worry, I'm going to go do this little flex. And then they try to make extra money off of, good-hearted people like ourselves.
They're Canadian. They sweet. I'll just ask them for extra 2 racks. Yeah.
So what's funnier about this too is the first person that did this shit, R.I.P. Littles,
Yes,
J.R. Ryder. J.R. Ryder from Dipset, bro. He was giving Beer Man's the same verse.
And then he got tied up.
You know what J.R. Ryder is?
Dipset.
Bro.
Or maybe I don't think they claim him anymore.
Not no more.
Yeah. I don't think Dipset or Jimmy or Cam claim him anymore. Oh, you were gonna say something before?
Yeah. While we're on the topic of the game, what could you tell us about the American leg of the tour while you were touring with the game and the road lifestyle? Like, walk us through like a typical show. Like, were you partying with them after backstage? Was it kind of just like in and out? Like,
so we did Canada only. So all Canada from Toronto to Vancouver, everywhere in between. But it was a movie, bro. We're already street legends out here. We're doing all kind of crazy. We're already partying. You know what I'm saying? I told you we're partying with ball players and stuff. Our homie is Jamal McGlure, right? So we come from an area where there's beer heavy men, right? And so we're already living this lifestyle. So when we're out there, it's kind of like, oh, I'm out here. But I was by myself. Some of my homies would fly into different places, and then we would just turn up, whatever it was, But it was always a movie. I'll say that I had more fun on the A.W.O.L Santana tour, though, but the game tour was crazy.
You were on the A.W.O.L's tour, too.
So when you're opening, right, after you're done, do you just go to the green room and then they do their performance and then you party with them after? Or are you going straight back to the hotel room after? Like,
so what was cool about that shit back then is Game's album, that first album was hard. So it was a lot of huge production. So every time I finished, I opened up for him. So I would be the one saying, y'all ready for Game? Da-da-da. Make sure y'all represent for Canada. Show them motherfuckers some love. Give them some love. And then everyone go crazy. He come out. then I would just kind of tuck by the side stage.
Mm-hmm.
He always had somebody from America coming. One day I'm standing there by Maya, came through. She's just standing there with us talking.
Lucky
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then there'll be other people, different times, where I'm standing with like some big guys coming down from Bad Boy, or different executives would always be flying in.
Mhm.
So I took the opportunity to stay around them so that they recognized me, and they gave me a lot of advice back then.
Yeah. That's
But it was
different
a
times.
movie, bro.
Mhm.
I can't, you know what I'm saying? It was a movie.
Like the rider backstage, like was it just bare food platters and like licks and everything?
There's always
like,
a lot of chicken wings and alcohol.
yeah.
A lot of bottles.
I've
That's
been
a
to a
good
lot
combo.
of backstage places, and they always have the KFC back there too, bro. It's
But what I will
mandatory.
tell you, the stadiums is different because stadium's a stadium.
Mhm.
So it's not a club, right? So nothing happening.
Yeah.
Everyone's leaving the stadium, but then there's always an after party that would either go to or not. And across Canada, you know Canada. So you might be in Vancouver, and then the bikers come out, they want to stun on you and show off. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come walk in 100 girls, be like, yo, bro, go, they live life or whatever, man. We just want weed, alcohol, most of the places, and just go back to the hotel room and chill.
Yeah, a lot of hospitality.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a few more. I got another story here for us. This whole thing with the 6ix9ine and the Island Boys. I don't know if you guys have heard this lore.
Yikes.
I didn't know it was the Island Boys. I know
Well,
there was a
They
house.
denied it, right?
There's a video that's going around,
Invasion.
okay, and I'm not gonna play the video or whatever, that his house being invaded, home invaded, with his mom home. Okay, and he was, I guess, doing a live stream with Jack Doherty at the time and in Miami, so he wasn't home. Then he jumped online and he's like, oh, y'all did this to my mom. That's crazy. Y'all knew that I wasn't home and you did this. Boom. Now people are saying that the video that they were looking at, the guys kind of look like the Island Boys because they were like skinny and shit.
That's crazy. They
And
can't
it
just
could be staged.
put a body on man's though.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bro. Because the staged aspect might be a thing too. I don't know. Because like his mom's involved.
I don't know. It
Is
could
this-
go either way.
But pure man's homes are getting burglarized. You know what I mean? Like I heard 3 stories came out this weekend of different celebrities. You know, so like it could be staged, but then like what's the like? Man's already been going super viral. Like I don't think he needed to traumatize
To
his
stage
dudes.
an invasion. Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't need to do that. And that dog, Dog, bro. Like, why is that dog not attacking the burglars? Like, the dog's curious, trying to play with these dudes. Like, bro, if I had a dog, like, it has to attack like, strangers in that situation.
Is it true that them Island Boys are the ones that from the Epstein pictures and all of that too?
I heard that.
That's another whole rumor that's moving around. But like, I don't know, bro. I don't think so.
I wonder
man.
why they're so viral all the time, because I ain't heard no music really, you know?
You know what it is?
You're right.
When they try to make that rumor, then I think they did the timeline of when these guys were born, and they were like, "No, there's no way that those are kids in the
good.
picture." You know what I'm saying?
They are weird youths. Like they're kissing each other and all this next
Yeah.
weird things. Like
That's
so, yeah, they're not
messed
dropping
up.
music, but they're doing anything they can to kind of, I guess, create a story.
Yeah, and the fact that their names even got involved in this story just makes it like more crazy, which kind of makes it where it's like there might be a possibility there might be a stage thing. I really don't think so, because like why? How are you gonna get your mom to like get into the acting of that? Like,
No, Danny, no, I don't want. No, Danny, no, don't, no joke.
yeah, like
6ix9ine is going for everybody's head right now, though.
yeah.
Yeah, and nobody's safe around him,
No,
right?
honestly.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how he kind of changed the narrative on himself. You know, it did take like 4 years, but
Yeah, but at this point now, I was listening to, was it Joe Budden podcast? One, they brought him up, where at one point in time they would never bring him up.
facts.
Yeah.
They would just be like buddy or dude,
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, you know, we're not bringing up a snitch on our network, right? Adam 22, he wouldn't interview. Vlad wouldn't interview him.
These streamers wouldn't even link with him. Aiden
Yeah.
Ross, all these mans.
Yeah,
He got to thank Young Thug for going through what he went through. And that made 6ix9ine turn up. Like, he came back to life from that.
Yes,
That and Gunna, Boston Richie.
Yeah.
There were so many like examples where it just became like, all right, are we being hypocritical? Are we being
Yeah.
contradictory?
No, but I think JB might be right, because all those times he was yelling, but mans weren't kind of hearing him. But then after that Young Thug thing, Mans were like, all right, okay, enough, bro.
Man, I said streets are done. All right, fuck. Everybody's allowed. Come in.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was only allowed because he pivoted to being a streamer, content creator. He was kind of outside the box of just a rapper. Because I still feel like we're not at that phase where you can play 6ix9ine at a party.
True.
You know, like
you can't be him for Halloween or nothing.
nah, like, like I still feel like there's still a stigma around the ratting aspect, but like people will watch his interviews no problem and will be okay with him in that realm.
Yeah,
so,
you'll still be entertained by him, but nobody wants to be him.
Like if we could get to the era where he can play 6ix9ine music at the club again, like that could be lit. Because his music used to turn it up.
His
bro.
music was sick. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
That's how I discovered like World Star or whatever. Like, who is this kid? This is madness. That's how I discovered Cardi B too. It's like crazy, and then all of a sudden they turn into that.
Yeah.
You guys, how you feeling about what he did to top 5?
Yeah, we spoke about it a couple of episodes ago. Like, but
that's crazy.
I think it's hilarious. I don't know why
slitting throats and all kinds of shit.
I just didn't like it because he had like, I guess our guy or the guy from our city like kind of looking helpless or defenseless, but he is like his chops are funny still. Like I'll give him that.
Yeah, I think I might be able to get top 5 back on the winning side of things, man. So stay tuned.
Okay.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got a little play cooking.
Yeah, I'm cooking up something in the background. But yeah, man, salute. Actually, no salute to anybody in this segment here. Nobody gets salutes in there. I told you, I'm not as willy-nilly with the salutes anymore. I'm chilling now. I'm chilling. Okay, Drake finally did an interview.
Ready for the road.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
Roll ready, ready for the road.
Okay, a written interview. He did one with Complex Magazine. I'm going to pull up the article right here. If you want to pull up the article right there.
Just recently?
Yeah, this is like just a few days ago. So he's talking about in this interview the Iceman rollout and like how he liked to like maybe kind of step out the box with the way he's doing things. You see that? Yeah, please.
Drake is tired of traditional album rollouts, so for his 9th studio album, he wanted to try something new, a series of theatrical live streams on YouTube. We asked him and his team all about it. Here's what they told us. Drake says he loves getting the opportunity for a clean slate of thoughts and excitement and messaging when it comes to the music during album rollouts. But he explains, what I hate is the redundancy of this formulaic approach that's ingrained in our brains from early label days. Single video, album cover post, etc. I have been dying to act and have been dying for a challenge. The game is extremely calm seas right now. Nobody is rocking any boat on the water. And so once we discussed a live stream rollout, it just sounded like the perfect mix of risk and reward for me.
And I'm not going to make you go through all of the reading here, but like, yeah, he talks about, you know, linking with streamers and stuff like that. And just kind of like getting out of just doing this regular rollouts. You know what I'm saying?
Is that why he had to reappeal the lawsuit? Because like that's kind of a part of the rollout. So like if they dismiss the lawsuit, it's like that. All right, okay. Pause the rollout for a second. Okay, lawyers resubmit. Bop bop bop. Boop 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 boop. Bam.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking that in the back of my mind that because the whole Iceman rollout, and he also added a new Iceman up on his YouTube channel. Like a cut down version of
episode 3?
Of episode 3.
Yeah.
So that's
it's not like a new it's kind of
refined.
Just like,
it says like Iceman cut down or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But all of this stuff, like you said about the lawsuit, like if the lawsuit goes away, then we can't really work, and the labels are going to deal with him rough. But if they still have an invested interest and a lawsuit still going on, they have to play ball.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And they're going to have to make sure that they make their money off of their investment no matter what, because they're still in business together.
But don't you think they already recouped off Drake?
Yeah, but we're talking about greedy record labels. Let's get more money.
Facts.
Recoup over and over and over again, bro.
Tenfold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You find it interesting that, you know, you've been doing this for a long time now, trying to get OVO artists on your stage, on your platform.
Shit.
And now all the OVO artists are doing streaming.
Wow.
The streaming, eh?
It's like it's the only way that they're being promoted right now.
Yeah.
That is
It's
true.
all live streaming content. And they're doing different things with different creators and stuff like that.
Yeah, because like, there's no like much music out here.
No.
There's no like Rap City. There's no like.
And low key, their streams don't go as hard as ours.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, you know, like who, like Smiley streaming?
Yeah. I've seen Smiley streaming.
Oh, for real, eh?
Roy Woods was doing like CNE things where he's just eating food. Come follow me while I taste food.
I missed that.
Yeah, they're all doing different things to try and kind of keep up to the time, I'll say.
Yeah.
Right? And big up OVO, man. Mad love to Drex, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
to T-Rex,
Drex.
to Matt. Those are my homies, you know. Love you guys. I was in Brazil where a few of them, you know what I'm saying? We did a lot of stuff before Drake started popping. And I'll give you guys a quick little gem.
Yes, please.
I was nominated for Much Music Awards twice, 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
They told me, say, yo, that the next year is yours, because I was consistent, like every 3 months. Remember back in the day, you have to drop a song, a video every 3 months to every 6 months, right? If you're relevant. They said next year is the year, it's yours. And then that was the year Drake came. So big up Drake for stopping my wave. You done know, big up, because I know that you're a humble youth from back in the day. You always came out to me, show mad love. So big up, bro.
Well, give me a Drake story when you first met him on the scene, or like what level was he at when you first met him on the scene?
So when I first started seeing Drake, he was just mad young, just real hungry. I will say he had a drive I've never seen before, and that's what got him to that point. And a couple key times, I remember I was like at one of T-Rex's parties or something.
Yeah.
And I would be out there flagrant just by myself in a cab, come out with mad jewelry or something, just stand up, tell a DJ, say, oh, run my tune or something, and then leave. And I remember standing there one day and he came from the crowd. And it was significant because I remember that everyone was doing the Soulja Boy the shit, right? I was like, okay, they're standing there, just watching everybody dance up. I remember back in the day, we don't dance really even to Mad Them, right? And I'm watching everyone have fun. And then he comes up to me through the crowd, yo, JB, da-da-da, whatever. Second time I've seen him in Yorkville. And then I said, that was after he got signed, right? So I said, yo, big up, keep on doing your thing. But I was there in the office. Now I can say this shit because, you know, Universal still owe me money, all right? So Ivan, you done know. I'm waiting, my homie. And so I got into the office for a meeting and they said, JB Drake just left. And he said, he just asked for $1 million. And we sat there and we laughed. We said, oh shit, you giving $1 million? Give me $1 million too, bro. Give me $1 million. And they said, nah, man, we know we can't do that in Canada. And then he left from there, went to the States with his lawyer, and that's when he got signed to Young Money. Almost the next week.
Crazy.
So he realized that the Canadian side wasn't going to give him what he wanted.
They laughed at him.
Wow.
They fumbled the ball.
Yeah, that was Ivan Evidente fumbled that bag. He told them he could not give him $1 million. They should have figured it out because he was on Degrassi, and he was the first. This is how a lot of people don't understand how Drake came to fame. It was a lot of hard work. He even introduced him to his dad when they were outside Richmond Street. You know, the club zone. Everyone's outside into the club. He's like, yo, this is my dad. I remember because me and my homies were there. We're throwing some parties. And I remember I had flyers in my hand because my homie were just, you know, just giving this to some girls or some shit. And he's like, yo, JB, this is my dad. And I said, okay, boom, boom, boom. But what got him to his popularity was he was the first Canadian rapper on blogs.
Yes.
So that was when blogs just started. Perez Hilton and all these people just came out. Degrassi Kid, remember I told you, Americans, they watch more than you know.
That's true.
He was already popular
was on
from young white girls in America from being on Degrassi.
Yeah.
So once he went on the blog, they seen him and their platform, and then the rest was history. He needed that mill.
Yeah.
And he went off. He went crazy with it. Salute to them.
Wow.
That's an understatement.
How were you
crazy.
and, you know, your fellow rappers at the time viewing Drake during his come up? Was he accepted? Was it rejection right away because it was a different style of rap?
So my homies used to always tell me, yo, you should just do a track with him, right? And me, because we're on a different whatever, well, I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just different. But a lot of people were doing music in Toronto or in Canada, but you just didn't mess with everybody. But I did not hate him.
Yeah.
You say I opened up for his
Let's
first
keep it
performance.
real, JB. Niggas was ducking the Drake feature back in the days. They're like,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
shit is that's soft shit. We on some hard shit
But
over
the
here.
option was there. Like
The
yo, you
option was
could-
there, fam.
Oh my God.
My
You guys
camp had the
fumbled.
option too,
Yeah.
fam. And man's them, I had to beg these niggas and they never did it, bro.
Yeah, and I didn't ask him to do a feature,
Yeah.
but I just knew that I should have just to
Spread
keep
his
it in the
cheese.
tuck,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that would have just been a smarter move. But
No, exactly.
God bless him. I'm trying to do business with OVO in a totally different way that could have never have benefited me like a song would.
No, exactly.
You know, so big up to Drex. We still
Yeah.
out here. I'm still waiting for you, homie. I'm still waiting for you. We got big business to do.
Drex used to be a rapper and now he's the CEO of OVO.
So wait, what if you could say like what do you have going on with them now in terms of business?
I'm trying to do brand partnership with them
Mhm.
Okay.
for one of my businesses.
Mm.
So that would
Okay.
take things to a different level and then really create a culture for us here in Toronto where we take our own.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You could be like the connector between like
Well, I do alcohol business. You don't know. So I have my own beer in LCBO for over 10 years.
Homers.
Yeah.
No
So
way.
the first couple times we were bringing here, right now we're getting into RTDs, different things. So I'm just trying to make some moves, deal with some family court, get that shit out the way so I could kind of spread my wings and fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Jeez.
we got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah,
That's lit, bro.
and not to circle back on the feature thing, but not only JB and the Empire Camp, anybody out there, y'all know where you're at. You said no to a Drake feature at one point. Over here in Canada, Toronto rappers. Nah.
And you know what it was? It wasn't that he was a shit rapper. He was always good.
Yes.
But it's because he was on Degrassi as like the soft kid on Degrassi.
Yeah.
yes,
So it just
bro.
wasn't the best image because he wasn't on America. He wasn't big like that yet.
And we didn't, and it still happens to this day, we didn't have a big enough thinking.
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, okay, no, he's not hardcore shit, but link with him and it'll soften what we're doing and get us more freaking play. But mans are like, nah, bro. I'm not speaking for you guys, but like my camp, okay, man, them know. We're like, nah, bro, we ain't doing that. Like, what?
I feel like you guys were more strict on yourselves when it came to image. Like you
Very,
weren't
very.
as open-minded. Like nowadays you could probably see like NBA Youngboy doing a feature with like Lil Dicky or something silly. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? But like
Yes.
you guys wouldn't have fathomed it back in the day because you were
Yes.
going for a different image.
Bro, there was a
Yes.
guy a rapper named Chaos, who's one of Canada's
Yeah,
biggest
big up
rappers.
Chaos,
Mhm.
man.
Bro, he said he was from Fleming one day. The man and were pissed off.
Yes.
We went to his show, fucked up the whole show, bro.
Really?
The man ran off the stage, done the show. Him and his DJ ran underneath the tables. The man were butting up people, bro. Like, it was crazy.
Really?
The man did not want that image. Yeah, we didn't want him represented because we're like, where you at, bro? If you're from Fleming, where then? Where? We can't see you.
Never seen you
You're
out
not
there.
Abs
helping.
in the
You're not doing
bucket.
But
nothing.
he was
Yeah.
mesquite. Like he was like a hipster kind of like party dude. Like he was making like alternative music.
you
You
don't-
guys still pressed the man?
But man don't want
Yo,
that to be
Preston,
like,
bro.
It is
oh,
what
like
it
that's
is.
a representative of the ends, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So a man would have to say like, yeah, bro, you don't remember him from Vendome, bro? He grew up around so-and-so? Like, there was
Yeah.
none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't just, and Flemo were like, it was different level, bro.
And in the
Shit.
man them's defense, like, don't claim it. Like, if you're not ready for like the action that comes with it, if you're not really from there, if you're actually, especially if you're a Mesquite, then
Yeah.
just don't say anything.
The
Just
men
say,
are dying, risking
Yeah.
their life and freedom.
But yo,
just
they
to rap.
ask you like, what neighborhood are you from? You're like Rexdale, and all of us or Flemo, and then
Right.
it's just like an issue.
but if you're really just passed through like for like a year or so when you're like 2-3 years old, then just say I'm from
Yeah.
Toronto. I'm from everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Didn't they do that to Nav for Rexdale or
Yeah.
something?
Yes.
Yeah,
and
so
then
same
but
type
and then
shit.
they forced his hand, and the man had to go to Rex, go get extra
Prove that
security.
he's from there.
This
You
is
know
my
what I'm saying?
address.
I
Yes.
swear I used to live here.
What is it, 15
Yeah.
Shendale
Yeah.
when he walked out the building and stuff like that? Like, man's forced his hand. Us over here in Toronto, oh, you're not from there. Like, loud man, bro.
So Flemo wasn't rocking with Chaos despite him being from there?
It was a whole movement of the circle kind of against everybody else back then. It felt like they had the people that were in the industry, like their friends were in the labels and the different, and it feels like they were blocking everybody out. They would try to use mans for their sauce and then not give them no opportunities. That's why you don't really see no man them from anywhere in the hood have no songs with Cardi or Socrates. I have a song with Socrates
Yeah.
because I was a little bit different.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm more neutral. I could go any hood in the city.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't go with my friends.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I went to Region. I remember we stopped the Region Flemo beef for the youths them because TNT didn't want to beef with Random Mac or the rest of the youths from Flimmo because they didn't have no reason to. They said, yo, we didn't even care about you guys old nigga beef shit.
Yeah.
See, we have no reason. So I went there by myself, I remember, bless up them guys. And they brought me in their hood, 100 guys. I went there by myself and we talked. I called the man them. I said, yo, this is what they're saying. And I didn't hear nothing from them unless it was on some other shit new after that.
No, Manzum used to do that on the regular back in the days. Like, do the, okay, yeah, one man or a couple of the man them would just go to a next man's hood and just talk and just like figure out whatever the issue is. Like, we did this in Greenbrae.
Like an ambassador almost.
Yes.
Like some diplomat.
And then just link up,
behavior.
you bond, drink with the man them and just chill after you guys have figured out whatever you figure out. And then the beef's done, fam.
So other hoods were like politicking between each other more, would you say? Or
not a lot of that, but it was just certain ones. If it was well respected and it's too big for too much problems, because everybody goes downtown to hustle.
Yeah.
Everyone's going in the region to hustle. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, there was no reason to. Most of them older guys, bless up you guys, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some turn crackheads, some turn whatever. They use some or look at them different. Like, this is who you guys are, whatever. Like, they're not rating mans with certain mans, right? Yeah. It's like us. You see an older man like, yo, he used to be the shit back in the day, but now you can't talk to me, bro.
Yeah. Fell off. Yeah. But yeah, listen, I guess salute to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Iceman's gonna be dropping soon.
Big up the boy.
Yeah, we're waiting on it. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, like when it comes to like Drake topics and stuff like that, a lot of times we get in trouble. But I just want the music, bro.
In fact,
I just want the music, fam.
Check him out on The Office Movers, man. That show is dope too.
Great show.
Yeah,
love that show.
Surprised you didn't get a cameo on there. Yeah.
Yo, soon, bro. Soon. I've watched it. No joke. I've watched it 3 times.
Really,
I watched it by myself. I watched it with Natural, and I watched it with my next boy. Like, and I'm watching the episodes again, and I'm still laughing.
Me
too. It's really good TV.
Yeah,
man.
that's a real representation of Toronto.
Yo, why do you think Jay and Trey Richards haven't pulled up here?
Do that.
You know what? Let's go one more with it. Me and my son dropped off a case of Homer's Premium Lager to them. I get no, nothing. Not even a thank you. Not even a big up, JB. Not nothing. I remember we pulled up to their spot downtown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But big up to them because I love their show, bro.
Yeah,
even before they got the show, they were doing incredible.
Their content is amazing.
No, they're hilarious, man.
Great talent.
We'll talk about the DM conversation I had with them that never solidified to anything another day.
Oh, really?
We'll save that for another topic or another topic for another day. Quick thing I want to bring to you guys' attention. Did you guys see the VladTV clip? And I'm not going to play it here because Vlad freaking striking the hell out of people.
Yeah.
Right? He was interviewing Trapler Ross. And, Vlad likes to vent in his interviews, right? So he's interviewing Trapler Ross and he's like, yo, guess what happened to me? He's complaining about the top 5 thing. He said that, obviously we reported before that he sent him like 3 racks ahead of time for the front end. He said he rarely ever does that, but they were in such good communication that he sent them 3 racks. And then he set up the interview space over here in Toronto, cameraman and everything. And then the day of, he just ghosted, okay? Since then, they've already spoken again, but Vlad, he's not really on it like that, bro. And he said, before you guys start, that he doesn't want to do the interview, and he also did it to the Dancing Project. The Dancing Project guy came here to Toronto. And he said when he was looking to do the interview that day, man ghosted him too, bro.
Yo, when we first brought up this topic, this echoes exactly what we were saying, where you burn a bridge. Now someone like Vlad in the industry, I'm not going to say he's going to blackball you, but the word is that you're not professional. And I think that is going to lose you, like Vlad said, more than the $3,000 that you gained off like this like quick little scam. Like you're going to lose way more money because of the missed opportunities because of your negligence.
And the fact that you're able to recite that is because you watched the video of him talking about it. Vlad's videos. And listen, I fuck with Top 5. I talk to him a lot. So I'm
big up Top 5.
Right? But we got to talk about this. Like, bro, you can't do this because, like, bro, you were able to see a video about it. Like, we seen the video. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't see that video, no.
But, like,
I seen most of the other ones.
We're able to see that. He's only talking to Trapler Ross now. He's going to talk to somebody else, and he's just keep on bringing it up over and over again. I'm sure that clip has over 100,000 views. It's not a good look.
He just burned like 100K.
Yes.
But who is his management? Who's the team? Is he booking all of these interviews by himself?
I think he is.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
At that height of celebrity right now, he has everybody in the States talking about him, and he does not have like some management
at least a
or
booking
assistant,
agent.
something.
You know what I mean?
No. Hold on. He had the homeboy that was in the incident that he got his chain stuff or his wrist, his bracelet taken from K Money and them peoples, right? They were saying that's his manager, but that's one of his homies from the hood or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't really
that
think that's
count.
the manager.
They need like an office, someone in the office that's booking.
Yes.
Imagine how much bookings this kid will get.
Yes,
I think
that
people need to outsource these jobs, but they look nearest in their circle and they're like, okay, this is my dog, he could deal with it.
Yeah,
but
and I can trust him.
Yeah, but remember there was someone who had ownership of his publishing that kind of like ran off on some money with Top 5. What was his name? I think you even interviewed him. He was like, while 5 was in the bin, he was using the money from the music.
I don't know.
Okay, never mind. Maybe I'm mixing the stories up.
Yeah,
But
I know
anyways,
Six Buzz, him had some issues when it came to that.
I think he has trust issues around the management of his money. So maybe he feels like he has to deal with it on his ones because like maybe someone's going to take some money on the back end that you don't even know.
Yeah, but he's also making
it's a
bad
lot to
decisions.
manage. Yeah.
Like you need to have somebody that's booking this stuff for you and making you go and fulfill the obligations.
I thought it was like the two other guys that he was with when he first came out. With Bundog and the next guy he was always with.
Pressa?
No, Pressa's bro.
Oh yeah, BFR.
Yeah. Bundog and it was Bundog and YG that they were rolling around with all the time. But like,
but I would have thought because those guys seem like they're in charge of the business more because they're the ones that seem more business oriented.
At least Bundog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hopefully they work it out because they had a good thing going and hopefully they don't let it slip.
Yeah.
It's egos, man. Like they had a good program. Like I swear when he was rolling with Bundog, like he was on Aiden Ross. He was visible. They were going on Leah May together. Like
but
it was good for everyone.
He's also done a bunch of shit since then. And like he's been on Kanye stream and all types of shit since then. Yeah. It's just all about getting somebody who's like a booking agent, manager, lawyer, like spend the money on those different people and they will make you more money.
But is that going to matter if he's not going to show up to this stuff?
They'll make sure you show up because it'll be in their contract. But one thing, a gem for everybody out there that's listening is you could buy a chain, you could buy a car, whatever you want. But if you spend a 10, 20K on a team, then it's going to really, really go to the next level for you.
You'll be able to afford 100 chains after that.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have PR, you're going to have marketing across North America. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere else in the world is easy money. But the marketing in North America, Canada, you pay for all of that, then all of a sudden you're in the forefront. You have radio, you have everything going on for you, right?
Yeah.
And every publication.
And also like that professional manager that has links, that's not just one of your homies. I feel like he might respect that person's like opinion more. Like, okay, I need you to do this, bro. And he might be like, okay, sure, I'll do it. Rather than like if it's like he's booking it himself or one of his homies is dealing with it.
And the external media that's going to book you through your agent, they're probably going to respect your agent more than they respect the artist. Because you know how they kind of view like artists and athletes as like, oh, let me talk to your manager. You know? So if you have a respectable manager who manages other artists, oh, you're plugged into the whole machine.
Yeah,
you know?
and everybody who he fucks with, the Neons of the world, Aiden Ross, friggin' Kanye, all these, they all have one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Kanye, he's changes them multiple times, but he's always had multiple or different big time managers. Like, wasn't Scooter Braun his manager for a second too?
Yeah, but he had issues with his manager.
Yes.
And like, you got to be careful with these like sly, sneaky managers. And I think that's why people will try to have like someone in their circle do it because it's like you have a little more trust. Whereas like that sneaky Scooter Braun, I swear he effed over Justin Bieber too.
And Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so it's like this guy is obviously a slime ball, but he has connections.
He has a lot of connections.
So we need more urban agencies here in Canada for our
Big time.
Right?
Big time.
We need more young kids, like instead of trying to be a rapper or like super content creator, like, no, I want to be an agent. I want to be a manager. I want to be a booking agent.
Yeah.
All of that. Touring managers, all of that shit.
To be honest, like I was thinking of starting an agency for content creators because I get a lot of brand deals and stuff. But Yo, I know you said that. Oh, you're gonna make sure that the artist goes and stuff. A lot of the artists and creators out here are mad lazy, bro. Even when you offer them the bag, like they find an excuse, like they're self-destructive. Like they wait till the deadline and then they just send in some bullshit, you know. So like,
they don't do the obligations,
you know. So like, I do think that we need that out here, but we also need like our artists to put more effort, you know. Like
So you identify the people that are worthy of that energy because they're doing it themselves.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see, you guys are here all the time. There's no sleeping. You know what I'm saying? When you're hungry, you're hungry. Like I won't even tell you how much shit that I do because I ain't sleeping until I'm dead. You know, I'm gonna keep on doing as much as I can because nothing's nothing until it's something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's real shit right there, man. But listen, salute to top 5. We'll see what happens, man.
I'm rooting for you, man. You have the whole America in a chokehold, bro. You should have just did something crazy with it, and you know.
I feel I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he still has an opportunity as long as he turns up and makes things right.
Yo, sorry to interject. I have another JB question.
Talk to me.
Let's go.
At the height of your rap career, was the income you were making off your music sufficient for living?
So we came from a different era where it was broadcast. So we have radio, TV. There's no online or streaming yet, right? So the streaming and the online pissed me off, like YouTube and all that shit. Even till this day, all of my videos are on other people's pages that have the views because I just didn't care about that shit. So the way we make money in music up until this day, if you can, but you see how much music stopped playing videos? They only want to play reality shows? It's because broadcast stations from radio to television have to split their advertising money into licensing fees to be able to have the content, to be able to have a station. They need the content. So the content creators, which is the artists, musicians, split a portion of that money. So every quarter, you get, if Much Music made 10 mil off of commercials, the artists are allocated a certain percentage of that, and you better hope that you're registered so you get your cut. Right? So then every few months, maybe Nickelback's making $100,000. I might be making like, $5,000. And I remember the first time I found that out, it was Nia from CMP. So bless up to Nia. And he called me, he said, yo, Don Million and them guys just got a check for the audio-visual licensing. We got like $2K. So I know you got like $20K because your video's like crazy rotation. Your videos go like 3 times a day. I said, what? So which company is that, bro? I called the company. They said, yeah, sure, no problem. We don't retroact though. I said, oh, okay.
Dirty.
Nice lesson. Cost me a lot. And then I made sure I signed up with every agency from the UK to friggin' all over the globe, bro.
That's the thing though, like they're not gonna go out of their way to make sure
you get your money.
Literally.
So back in the day, to answer your questions, is back in the day, the infrastructure was different where you get paid from advertising residuals, right? So that and royalties you get a lot more from radio play because radio's making a lot of money from advertising. Now, as you see, there's no urban radio and nobody makes no money. Who are they promoting? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't hear Bell commercials, right? If you don't hear like big corporate commercials on these radio stations, you're not making no money. And that's why stations like Z103, Kiss 92, the big stations, it's harder to get on there. And you have to be established or already have hit records.
Or do payola.
So
yeah, we would hope. I would hope.
So between the licensing and then do you also add your own individual independent album sales?
So then there's physical sales as well. So that made a big difference. You're getting $10 minimum every CD, right? So sometimes we just roll around. You probably see it as a kid. We roll around CDs, DVDs, everything. Yeah. And then if you're making, I remember it was HMV before they closed and Sam the Record Man. So I dealt with Nuff Entertainment and they were able to distribute all across Canada for us. HMV, Sam, but Nuff Entertainment was the only independent distributor because back then you couldn't even do music unless you were signed.
Like sell music legally in a store type?
No, nobody was doing shit unless they were signed. You have to be 1 out of 100 that make it to get signed. So Cardi Wood got signed. Who else? Chaos got signed.
So there wasn't as many independent artists.
We were the first independent.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we did it because we had block money and we went, I told you, the distribution company that put us out was doing reggae and soca. So after us, they opened up, and then guess what happened a year after that? P&D deals were a thing.
Yeah, because it was rare to see like a Canadian like artist, other than a Cardinal of them, like have like a CD with like the thick CD jewel case, like official.
Real deal one. Yeah. Insert, everything. Raps.
I remember seeing the GCP one. I got that when I was going to Harris, and I was like, holy shit, this is official.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we did everything. I like doing everything that I do industry standard, and I was in charge of all of that. Like I was a kid, the older block man them say, yo, this dude here is running all the music thing in the area, everybody da-da-da. And then, that was my homie, Long Live Bunky B. He started GCP, and it was just a bunch of B-boys from the park in the midst of, you see how you love reggae? So back in the day, it was separation. Roots niggas and B-boys.
Mm-hmm.
And they would war.
Oh, for real?
They weren't friends, bro. You might grow up with each other. You might be your own brother. I ate that hip-hop funky thing. Funky boy, da-da-da. That's what they would call man.
Really?
Right?
Crazy.
And then they would just be listening to whatever, because it was fresh. A lot of guys were just straight, and it was a lot of big men them and in their own right?
Yeah.
But it was a different time.
Yeah. No, for real, man.
So between all of that, the show money, selling independent albums, and the licensing, were you able to like live sufficiently?
Well,
no, I don't want to include that. I'm just talking strictly music.
Okay. So from music, I'll say in Canada, there are ways, but if you're not in that infrastructure, you'll never make it. And a lot of guys now, what they did afterwards, like executives and different people, they try to live off of grants. So because we're blessed in Canada, mans won't tell you that they're behind the scenes every 3 months writing like 10 grants, trying to get a 5K, 10K, right? From whatever it may be,
And then and when you're depending on that too, it's like for the first like maybe a couple of months or maybe 6 months while you're waiting for it to go through, like you're struggling, and then the money comes in and you're like, all right, let me pay off my back debt and all that shit, bro. But like family, like you're only getting blessed every time if they give you a grant. Like that's crazy.
It's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like that. We should reward our artists here that give content and, for all of the industry. That's why we have like a CanCon thing, but it's still not enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It should still be set up differently where if there's artists that have made an impact, have done something, that have a certain something, there should be something that takes care of them.
And I got to explain CanCon because we got an American audience that tunes in also. That's where like radio stations and like television stations and stuff like that have to play 30% Canadian content, which like low key, like it's cool because I guess as artists or creators over here, we benefit, but I feel it's kind of like forcing them to play with your kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, like you're creating an economy by doing that, because if we didn't have that rule, who's to say we wouldn't just straight up play only American
Probably
music?
would.
I'm not gonna lie, like when I used to play on reggae rhythms on CIUT, like I was playing, it was reggae, so the straight Jamaican, and then like they implemented that rule, so they're like, you have to play some Canadian content.
No, they didn't implement it. It was already there. Okay. You weren't following it. And then somebody said, hey,
I know facts.
What happened, bro? You're playing an hour and I didn't hear at least like 15 minutes of some Canadian guy.
Somebody reported that.
Facts.
Like go on showing our Blessed Tune or somebody, bro.
No, for real. Some Toba Chug or something.
But so that's the way Canada's set up. And it's almost like a rat race. Like everyone's fighting for 30%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And 30% of what? Of 3% of the world music sales?
No, exactly.
It's insane. It's like it's fighting for crumbs.
Yeah.
So I hope everybody, follow suit with these fine gentlemen here. Cross the border, man. Get viral in the U.S. Big up to all the U.S. blogs. We got the South Side. We got everything out here, Yeah. It's crazy.
Up.
Like we got the young, fresh talent. And I feel like we just need to help push. So what's happening in the UK, what's interesting that I'm talking about this is the UK is building their own infrastructure. They support their own artists. The kids grow up wanting to see their own artists.
Yeah.
And we have that here, but we're just not supporting it. Like I've been to different cities across Ontario, I'll say. And, you might see a man's son, he might be 16, 17, and be like, yo, do you know who this rapper is? And then you know all the young rappers. But the rappers aren't catering or benefiting from, utilizing that fan base.
Yeah, they're not going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's a lot that's going on in this Canadian scene here, man. You know what? Speaking of that, I'm gonna get straight to the music. I'm gonna skip this Plush story. I'll address it on my live stream later on because she just gave an update on her living situation. But we'll keep it music. There's a new R&B group, or I don't know if they're new, but I was looking on Toronto Rappers page and they're like, previewing some music that they usually do. But I was like, you know what? There's an R&B group. There's like the only Toronto R&B group. So
I think I've seen that. They're like doing a choreography by the CN Tower or something like that. Yeah.
So let me just play the audio here. You got it there? Okay. God, please, if you're listening, That's a classic back-to-back R&B shot right there. Yeah, it's like a Color Me Bad, but in the future, I don't know if y'all remember Color Me Bad.
Yeah, I know that group.
I wanna sex you up, right? There was like 3 black guys, or no, I think it was kind of a mixed group, but they usually, back in the days, they used to have the 4-man R&B group.
Yeah.
They'd be doing dance routines and shit like that. That shit is dead. Nobody does that no more. Everybody's a solo artist. So when I saw this, I was like, I want to talk about this. What's their name? 143 Official.
I see them in the States right now. Some of the executives are working on boy bands like this too. It's kind of quiet now because it's not in the forefront, but you just see them kind of working, developing their brands.
Yeah.
But it's interesting
Why do you think that that's less? I have my own thoughts, but what do y'all think of why there's less like groups, not even just R&B boy bands, but like even rap groups together too?
I think from a production standpoint and logistics, it's easier to deal with less people, less splits, less egos involved. So I think it kind of evolved out of, people funding their own music. So funding it for 4 people is a lot. But then again, you can all pitch in if you guys work together. And I also think, I don't know, is it a 4-man group or 3? Because I think one of the guys there is a featured artist.
Yeah, it might be a 3-man group, and it's featuring
Clover.
So
it's 3 mans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think between that and the music trends just changing, where R&B kind of merged with trap, especially with the drums and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you had like the Bryson Tiller. Exactly.
Yeah.
But now I feel like retro is cool again. Like I feel like a lot of the younger kids are craving that 2000s nostalgia that they didn't get to experience.
Yeah.
So I think this is a great idea. And they could do so many local shows, even if it's like 100-person venue, like 3 dudes on stage singing is gonna sound better than just like a man rapping on his ones, like, and they can sing at like cafes,
or a guy 1 man singing by his ones.
Yeah, exactly. And like they can go to like more low key kind of locations. They don't have to go to like some grungy concert theater. They could go to like cafes and like more local stuff.
It's kind of like putting more eggs in the basket. So any fans can say, I like this person or I like this person. That's my favorite one. As it got more, then it's still a group at the end of the day.
But that's when the groups end up
the
finishing
ego
or splitting up, when they find a favorite, and that's the standout, and everybody's on that standout, and then it becomes the Justin Timberlake or the Beyonce of the group, and then they end up leaving because they get way more successful than the rest.
You know what I feel like that's happening to right now, and they're still early in it. Those reggae kids. I say kids, a reggae man them.
LTL, the LTL crew.
Wait, who's the standout?
The light-skinned one.
The one with the glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, Top Man Nico or Miko. Yeah.
Well, they're already all solo artists before this happened.
This is true. They
just happened to all link up and do a freestyle, and then the freestyle went viral. So
they're
I was there.
Oh, for real.
It was one of my partners for the distro stuff, Boosted Boys. Big up Sean, Boosted Boys.
Okay.
Seeing? So it was their disruptor thing, because I brought Trinity Chris there too. Seeing? And I was there with my kids, and I seen them, but I didn't stay for their performance. But I seen it after. Like, that's really. I actually reposted it. It was so dope.
Yeah. No, it might not. If it happens with them, it's not bad because they're a conglomerate more than a group. But like, if you see like those guys, they're the Korean group. They're I freaking don't remember their name, but they're hella popular. They're like they take up like multiple spots on the top of the Billboard. If those guys break up or one of the guys break up from the group's done, bro.
Well, usually what'll happen is there's obviously a standout, someone who's the best.
Yeah.
So like Jonas Brothers had that, One Direction, whatever. And they'll do solo, they'll do solo music, and that solo music will hit. So now it's kind of like they're not even necessarily breaking up with their group. It's kind of like they are separating because they're better. Exactly.
Yeah. But sometimes that backfires because you know that group Fun? They sing that We Are Young song.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the lead singer, Nate Rouse, whatever, he thought he was big shit. The man tried to leave the group, you know what I mean? Drop an album, the album flop, and then now like the group, like the group is done. So we kind of just like ruined it for everybody. One of the keyboardists or whatever, he ended up joining like some next band that became huge or whatever, but
but then it's like there's the Justin Timberlake situation.
Yeah.
Like okay, if I come back to NSYNC to do a show with y'all, I'm literally just carrying y'all, doing y'all a favor, because y'all ain't doing shit compared to what I've been doing.
Like Beyonce.
Like I'm throwing y'all a bone.
The difference between all of those types of groups, though, is that those are all factory groups.
I was about to say.
They don't even know each other. They just kind of all, this audition, came to the same room.
But are most
right?
groups like that, even the urban ones?
A lot, but sometimes these guys might grow up together or something. You know what I'm saying? They're some brothers, cousins, whatever. So what I would say, a tip for every artist out there that's listening right now is, if you're in a group and there is somebody that shines more, that's visibly shining more, or is getting way more attention, everybody needs to support that one person, push him to the forefront, and let him get on or her get on. And then everybody else will get on. If it's fam like that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that will work.
Even the Migos.
I was about to say, even when it's family, like they're literally blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even though, like, would you say at the time Quavo was probably the standout of the Migos, like early
At the
on?
time, yeah.
Early.
But I feel like they all had a lane, and it wasn't like, oh, people only are here for Quavo.
Right.
It's true.
Like, you know, it was just like maybe he was just good at the hooks or whatever. You know?
They were better together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like the Migos from their first art. I like Takeoff shit still. I could never,
R.I.P.
I always try to rap how they were rap. How them niggas rap like that?
It's that triplet flow right there.
I could never catch the flow. I'd
Yeah.
always try, bro. But yeah, big up Migos.
Now, big up, and big up to this group here. Let me pull up their name again.
143 official.
Yeah, 143 official.
Yeah, big up, man. You know, much success and good luck to you guys.
Yeah, and then salute to Clover on the feature. There's also something I want to show you guys, and you don't have to worry about pulling it up on the screen.
Remember,
Jake.
one of my songs too is from one of Canada's biggest R&B groups, from Drew of In Essence. So In Essence was the biggest R&B group that we had here.
Yeah, and then Drew went on his own.
Right, because I hired, so they were a group before, right?
Yeah.
Only did things together. I hired Drew. I remember it was Andrea. I asked her, I paid Drew like $1,000. He did the feature.
Yeah.
My baby mother wrote the hook. I gave it to
wow.
him. He revised it. And that's how, hey, yo, you don't even. That's how that came about, right? So we're in the studio and he's around the Mandem. And I remember this vividly, bro, because we're this off the turf, wild lifestyle. And Drew looked at us and said, man, I really love you guys, how you guys live. I'm looking up to you guys right now type shit, right? And then that song went so hard. It was #1 urban single in Canada for 3 months.
Yeah.
It was heavy on radio. To this day, it's still playing.
Mm-hmm.
It just played on the Paris Olympics last year.
What?
wow.
Yeah, it was the only Canadian song featured to celebrate the Canadian wins.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? After that song came out, bro, I remember because Farley Flex was their manager.
Salute.
And now we get into some Canadian gossip. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that man, they went and performed my song without me. At awards. Did everything. And then I pressed Farley. I called him and said, yo, I heard that you guys using a song, not even paying homage, bro.
Yeah.
He said, yo, sorry, because I was pissed.
Yeah.
And then he gave me a couple links. They said, yo, don't worry, man, I'm going to try to hook you up with some. And then after that, the group broke up.
Wow.
So you broke them up in a way?
I don't know, bro, but again, that song was the catalyst. They never came with a song after that song came out.
Wow.
Madam keeps trying to run off your tracks.
Right?
That's crazy.
And one thing that a lot of people don't know, what I remember from that vividly, is that they're all living in some mansion, probably in Mississauga or like a big house.
Yeah.
And then that's the first time I learned that, oh, the labels are paying the rent, eh?
Yes.
So when no money's being made, imagine how much the men are made off of just singing, performing my song that I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing is, when the money runs dry, then they have to move out the mansion because it's not
Right.
theirs.
Yo, I'm all looking at the nigga that rap in the group like, yo, nigga, you rapping my part or something, bro?
Yes.
Dog.
Yes. That's what he was doing.
Imagine what they're doing there abroad, bro.
Yeah.
In Canada, you know they can't do that. But yo, it's
he was
crazy.
rapping. He was rapping your
And
shit.
I said, yo, I heard him performing your song, bro. You weren't there.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy,
Madness.
Arm sauce. Quick thing I want to put y'all attention on to, because we were talking about the Casper TNG and 100 Band Plan album, Hell of a Life. They have a date for it. It's going to be on the 28th. So end of this month, for Friday the 28th, they're going to be dropping Hell of a Life.
Dope.
I seen them post a preview of one of their songs, but I think they took it down already. Like a new music video. So look out for that coming soon. Last thing I want to show you guys, and I should have sent Jake the link, but I'll add it in post later, Jake. Moula First is doing a concert, not a concert, like a contest. So let me see if I can find this contest here. So, okay, Revenge Academy presents the Calculated Force Contest. We're picking one recording artist and one producer between the age of 12 and 29. Send us your best work, short letter about who you are and why you should be chosen. when it receives flight on a jet with Moula first, 2-night hotel stay, $1,000 shopping spree, 1 night in Edmonton at an Edmonton Oilers game.
Oh shit, big things.
Right? And a studio session with Moula first.
It sounds like he's looking for a Yale artist. Like, what are you talking about? 2-night hotel stay,
You gotta pick a
shopping spree. It's like, whoa, man, that sounds romantic.
Making a music video and shit.
Right? But bro, he's taken another turn. You know, we've watched Moula first have multiple different, I don't know, characters or whatever. I don't want to call them characters, but like he's done different things over the years. Now this is like the baller era he's gone into, bro.
I respect what he's trying to do here. I just think he should have rolled it out better. You know, because like the graphic, it doesn't really jump out at you. You know what I mean? Like, so if you scroll, like, enough people probably scrolled past this, so a lot of people probably don't even know this is going on. I feel like he should have been in the camera himself, showing his person, because he has personality. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So if he was the one saying all this stuff, like, I feel like it would have gotten more traction.
Yeah, but he's making these videos, right? For example, like. Right? Coming out of Holt Renfrew. He's doing all of these like ballerific things, right?
Mad.
But the blogs are not picking it up. I don't know what it is. Like because like he came home from jail and that was a big deal. Everybody was posting when he went to jail and all that stuff. And when he first came home and he had the video in the orange jumpsuit, everybody posted that. But now that he's like, okay, this is what my new promo plan is for my new music rolling out. I'm in mansions. I'm doing all this. I'm taking kids to hockey games.
Okay, that's different. But why would man's post him just walking out a whole Renfrew?
Because he's, man's when they're like just putting their rollies together and their APs.
So what we were talking about earlier, remember? The internet rewards crashing out and fucked up shit. That shit's too nice and too human for people.
A giveaway?
No, we want to see you crash out, bro. That's all.
Facts.
That's it. And they'll all pick it up.
Maybe, and I understand what you're saying. You're right. They want to see the crash out, but I've also seen blogs repost other mans when they're just bawling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Holding up stacks and shit.
For him in top 5, they're the kings of was this trolling? What is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They should both have a TV show. And that's all people want to see. They don't want to see the nice or like I'm trying to be serious or this is my business. They just want to see what they're there for.
Yeah.
If you try to do a giveaway, you should have done it way more exuberant. Like,
should have screamed at a bitch. It's something like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah. Like that post, it didn't feel like a Moula post, you know? Like,
I was gonna say like this better be a free giveaway because what if it's one of those game packages where it's like, yo, for $8K, because a private jet, 2-night hotel stay, $1,000 shopping spree. Edmonton Oilers hockey game and a studio session. That's worth thousands of dollars because it's going to be in Edmonton.
The finesse game is real out here right now. And I don't think I've ever seen any Canadian rapper other than Drake in a jet.
That's why he's doing it. That's why
I haven't even seen a jet. I don't even know.
What about Tory?
Not in Canada. Like there would be a go-to like, yo, man, him call 0 flights for whatever, for all the jet packages. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's not a talk like that out here.
Well, that's why I feel like this should have gotten more attention. And I do hear what you guys are saying.
It only has 6 comments, bro.
Yo, click it again, Friday. What is Calculated Force? Is that the company? Okay, like click Calculated Force. What is this company?
Where is it?
Go down.
Your
like,
Instagram has to be following Calculated Force and Moula first.
And Calculated Force is
probably one
of
his pages.
New media organization app coming soon.
It's his page.
Yeah, it's his page though. It's only he's the only one posted on it.
And I see a lot of people, there are a lot of people in America, you know, they have a parked jet and you get the photos or whatever content you need while it's sitting and then you leave.
Because he didn't say that the jet is gonna be like in the sky.
It'd be in the jet.
It says flight on a jet with Moula first.
Say this a domestic flight?
Imagine just takes you around the city in a helicopter.
But who else is offering that?
No, that's dope.
And that's why I'm saying, why isn't Moula first? I feel there's a deeper story here. I feel like Moula's doing more than he was before. He always does more. But people are not giving him the repost to elevate what he's doing.
But did he say with his own mouth or is it just that post with that flyer?
So far, just that.
Because like, you know, like, no blog wants to repost that ugly ass flyer,
His
bro. I'm
account
just
got
keep it
hacked.
straight. I'm gonna keep it straight, bro. That flyer is so ugly, bro. Like,
y'all think it's a graphic thing?
bro. If I run a blog with 100,000 followers, I am not putting that ugly shit on my fucking feed, bro.
It's not as normal.
Yeah, and I also feel there's a low-key kind of hate going on towards Moula first.
Yeah,
Really?
but I
By
thought
the
that was
blogs?
like always.
Maybe the blogs and like, yeah. There's like there might be like a little bit of a hate going on towards him.
Not on a consumer level though.
Not on
Because
a
I still
consumer
feel like
level.
he still has loyal fans.
It's just like I don't see him get as much reposts as the people that he talks about or has issues with.
Mhm.
And sometimes they get reposted just for nothing, fam. It doesn't always have to be drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not give him the same energy? He's doing the same things they're doing. And it was a long space of time where he was not trying to. He's like, I'm not about all that ice and all that. That's you guys. And now he's doing it. It's like, okay, is that what you want? All right, me too. I got it too. And crickets.
Yeah, but going back to what JB was saying, like the blogs used to post him by rewarding his crash outs. Him at Wendy's or, you know, him saying, you know, he can't be defeated or he's final boss or whatever. So I think they're willing to put him on when it's in that light, but when it's in a different light or about his fragrance or other business ventures, crickets.
It's but he did I understand the business ventures, and we'll get off of this. The balling aspect, bro. Like, fam, like no, because like everybody always wants to reward. Okay, you're broke. They try to call him broke for so long. Now he's showing he's not broke, and they're not like, all right, okay, my bad. It's always like it's super loud when we're dissing. But when man show you, okay, all right, you ain't got no reason to diss me. Man's is crickets,
bro. I promise you. God forbid, I don't want any of this to happen. But like, let's say, like someone tried to like jump you or something.
Yeah.
All the blogs that didn't post you when you went viral the other day, they're gonna post that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unilaterally.
No.
So like, I feel like it just goes back to like, when Mandem are saying like, they don't really care to see Moula flossing and stunting and shining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they just want to see the trolling. They want to see the crash out or like.
And low key, I won't lie, the flyer and even like if we're promoting jewelry or whatever, like we're far deep in the game, bro. We already know like it's your homie Stacks that that's why he's standing there in the camera. Make sure you don't run off with it or some shit or his chain. And the jeweler's just doing it for promotion. So nothing is real no more. And I think everybody kind of caught up to that.
Yeah.
And especially the way that looks, it looks like his account got hacked, bro. You know what you say, yeah, man, and then all of a sudden he's promoting wealth and follow me. They look different. So he needs to stay consistent with it and
He's
just
about to start selling the course or something.
because like you know, like all of this stuff, like you're right, because like he went into the jewelry store, he did all that, and he might not be capping, but because we've seen so much cap, people don't even take it in as like, oh shit, man's in the jewelry store. They're like, oh, it's probably fake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's like even the people who don't rate that you don't have jewelry, when they see you with jewelry, like, oh, that's your homie's money. Oh, that's rented.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
even
like,
the fragrance, like people probably like, oh, that's somebody else's fragrance that you're just trying to sponsor, endorse on me and shit. Like, you know?
He would have to like do something notable in the jewelry store, not like just buying jewelry. You know?
like yell.
Or step on top of the walk on the counter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can't face me. The guy's like, sir, please.
Yeah, but salute to Moula first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big up.
I like to see him trying to do his thing, man.
Yeah, salute.
Okay, we're here to the pièce de résistance.
Jeez.
Before I got here, I was like putting the stories together. I thought I had a nice list of stories, and then all of a sudden, the content gods fell out the sky, bro.
The creme de la creme.
Why am I watching the news and they say Olympian is a head of a drug cartel, Bridget, who's been distributing the most amount of yayo outside of Canada to the world? Trump's right, bro.
You're just finding that out? You're just finding that out now?
Yes.
And then he had a hit on some Indian family.
Multiple hits, bro.
And it was a wrong family most of the time.
Lawyers all latched up and everything.
What was he, a swimmer?
Skier.
No, he's
Skier.
snowboarder. Snowboarder.
Oh,
right.
He was skiing, all right.
Yo, brethren,
He was born in snow still.
I am so beside myself,
heavy guy.
What
was his name again? It was a cool name too.
I don't remember. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Cause
Ryan Wedding.
Yeah, Wedding. Yeah.
And 9 affiliate Mookie.
We'll get to that.
Oh, that's the American one. Shit.
Pam Bondi, bro.
They did that for him in Canada already. I didn't see this.
Cash Patel's right there.
Shit.
Yeah, when you see Cash Patel, you're screwed.
I don't want to see that guy in my
now
Jeep.
the leader of a transnational criminal enterprise. He's currently on the FBI's and has been top 10 most wanted list. He controls one of the most prolific and violent drug trafficking organizations in this world.
The world.
He is currently the largest distributor of cocaine in Canada.
Jeez.
Wedding collaborates closely.
So I was like, W.
I waited for it to walk out the way she's introducing him. Like,
not only American, but also
Her mic went out.
With cocaine coming from Colombia. His organization is responsible for importing approximately 60 metric tons of cocaine a year.
Wow, she could start breaking it down.
Los Angeles via semi-trucks from Mexico. To put that in perspective, 60 metric tons
Break it down.
is approximately the weight of 40 standard cars. Imagine that. That's how much cocaine, the weight of 40 cars, he is bringing into our country a year.
Okay. So I'm going to finish the lore here. The lawyer is arrested right now because one of the hits that happened, right? I think it's the Indian couple you're talking about, right? Because they were supposed to testify against this guy.
yeah.
So the lawyer suggested, just kill them. And he won't be able to testify. I'm like, bro. I'm like,
Old school
no.
rules.
That's some Better Call Saul shit.
Right? Like, bro, no, go to the court and defend me. No, just get rid of the witness. So they found that out because they did wiretaps, locked his ass up. The reason now, and I'm bringing the whole Falstaff guy there, the Mookie guy they said was, and I don't know, they said other people from over there, they enlisted, I guess, to be part of this thing. They sent this guy to Mexico for like military training from the gangs over there because this guy, this Ryan Wedding guy, they say he's being protected by the Sinaloa gang over there in Mexico.
Oh, he's still on the run.
Yeah, bro, they raised his reward from 10 million to 15 million right now.
Shit. That's more than all the cartel leaders.
Yes, bro. He's like, they said he's the equivalent of the he's like a white Pablo Escobar, basically.
You gotta up that then.
Brethren, this has been happening like the man's not even from just Canada, like somewhere out west. He's from Ontario, dog.
What city?
I don't remember, but they're like the lawyer was from Thornhill. Like there's a bare people from like around the corner. I'm like, what?
I'm a silently sitting
the
there.
friggin' Pablo Escobar of Canada, the next Pablo Escobar in line came from Canada, basically.
So they got the lawyer, but they didn't get him.
Nah, bro, he's too good, bro. And there's, like they said, the Mexican gangs or the cartel is hiding him, or they suspect they're hiding him. Also, some of these news reports, they said he might have got plastic surgery, so we don't know.
Bro's looking like Michael Jackson.
Remember, these guys are bringing in tons. Plastic surgery is like a drop in the bucket, bro.
Yeah,
you could even just get a mask that changes your whole identity.
Yes.
You just put it over. You see them?
Yeah.
It look like it's Tom Cruise.
So they're saying he's in Mexico?
Maybe.
Good luck getting him if he's protected by the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico. He's probably chilling on a resort somewhere with some baddies, good food on the beach. Like,
not even hiding too tough.
Yo, they're about to make a mod
like
movie about this guy.
Yeah.
He's just in a mansion somewhere just chilling.
Yeah.
Watching the news.
he's from Thunder Bay.
Oh, shit.
How far is that from here? Like 4 hours?
Yeah.
What are we talking about, bro? The man's probably We probably walked past the man downtown at one point and like.
Yo, I don't want Americans to say, "Oh, Canada's soft," all this next stuff. Are you crazy?
Facts.
Y'all ain't doing what our mans is doing.
Just remember, man, in America, the guys that took over your country could not do that here in Canada. They had to come to your country to do that.
Like he's from Thunder Bay.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm talking about rappers, anybody. In America, as long as you go to America, we're a lot smarter in Canada than they think. You know what I'm saying? And we're very savvy. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently. We got Pablo Escobar here. And not only that, there was that W5 special that I kept on saying the Netherlands.
Yeah.
It's New Zealand. My bad, okay? Not only do we have the biggest cocaine distributor in the world coming out of Canada, the most meth is going over to New Zealand. The biggest amount in the world is coming from Canada.
That's right, Trump's cheesed.
Yes, bro. That W5 special, and I reacted to it on a live stream. A guy died because he drank a can of beer, right? What's the one with the bear on it?
Of course.
No. The Canadian one with the blue.
Molson?
Bud Light? No.
It's not Molson.
No, it's not Muskoka.
Polar Ice?
Right?
No, that's a vodka.
It's a Canadian brewery that makes the beer, and it has like a blue polar bear on the side of it. It's like a blue can with a polar bear.
Oh yeah, but I don't know the name right now.
Right? Anyhow, that was whatchamacallit. It was sent over to New Zealand. Kid took a drink of it, dies.
From what, fentanyl?
From the fentanyl, because when they ended up pouring out the rest of it, it was all liquid fent in the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? No, not fentanyl, meth.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like just cans and all that type of stuff, whatever. I guess nobody would probably think if the wrong can slips off of that shipment, ends up in somebody's hand if they try to open it and drink it.
Yes.
Because they can liquefy all of that shit, right? Like sometime back in the day, I used to hear, sometimes Coke come in liquefied. Man, after this, pour that in, cook that. You can't. It's not powder.
Yeah.
There's only one other thing that's going to be after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how they got John Forte. They caught him at the airport with like 15 kilos of liquid cocaine.
You know what John Forte is? So you know Wyclef Jean?
Yeah.
And the refugees?
Yeah.
So he was a part of the refugees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wonder if Ryan Wedding is like kind of directly in Mexico overseeing operations, or if he's just middlemaning the biggest drug operation in the U.S. from Canada.
Imagine if it's him, there's more people above him. But I guess he's the star of the show right now.
What's this beer here? Hold on, I'll play a little bit of the audio.
Cases of beer from Canada.
From Canada.
It's February 26th, 2023. Just days later, this Canadian beer...
Honey Bear.
I feel like that's a West Coast beer, I think.
That's what it was. The Honey Bear cans, fam. They found Honey Bear cans with friggin' meth in them. So not only are we the biggest cocaine distributors in the world, which is blowing my mind right now, we're the biggest meth distributors in the world, fam. Canada.
At least we're good at something.
Yes.
We gotta dominate one field, bro.
Yo, fam. For my 50 years of life, fam, I've never been this surprised on how corrupt this country actually is, fam.
Canada is a pretty rich country when you think about it. We have a lot more luxury things. America seems like, because we see it on TV, but if you think about Canada and the US's property value is dirt. Not even the price of a car you could buy a house. And I remember we wanted to buy blocks, bro, in Detroit.
No, that's true.
Because houses were going like $5,000, $10,000.
Yeah.
And I said, let's buy up the whole street, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can never do that in Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Never. So it's just different here.
Yeah.
It's just different.
It's very different.
But you know what I find interesting is that like we're distributing the most like yayo, but like we step on our stuff like a crazy amount. Like I feel like we're the ones that brought into Fenty into the yayo game. Like,
okay, I think what they're saying in the news report is that they're getting the stuff from Mexico and then sending out through Canada.
Through Canada to the States? That wouldn't make sense.
Or like it's like a pipeline that's going through like to other places outside into the world too.
So from Mexico through the US to Canada and then what, to Europe and stuff?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that's the same thing with the meth thing that I was seeing in the the W5 special, they were showing arrows coming from Mexico and into Canada, and then they were showing like in Canada like the ports, and they're like showing, okay, now they're going to go out to these places, and they would send the meth to the West Coast, and then send it out to New Zealand from there.
I wonder how they're getting it here. Is it like through trucks and like shipping?
It has to be all freight. But back in the day, what's interesting is Canada had the game on lock for hydro, for weed. America was just bush. America would have to buy pounds of weed from Canada. And they used to have tunnels from Vancouver, different parts that's going through to the States. And I remember, man used to be on come-ups, just handing off stuff to the States. You see a man one day, you see a man next couple months, you'd be like, yo, bro, I got that American link. And then all of a sudden, condos, this and that, because if you could buy something here, $500 over $3K US.
Yes.
Especially Vancouver, they were known for that.
So only up until recent, California tried to step up there because it's West Coast, but still not the same. But I will say California and Vancouver have the best weed.
Yes, they definitely
down.
do.
Do you think they're utilizing those native reserve areas where there's no border patrol and they have those kind of free highways?
Who knows? But there's a lot of...
We already know the source of it. It's kind of like we're letting it happen at that point.
Canada is a lot of land. So there's just a lot of bush everywhere.
Now for those native reserves, they're growing pure weed. Like one time I worked on, I guess like a farm or whatever. It was in, what's that native part? It's like when you're going east or whatever, but like it starts with
Oshawa?
Yeah.
Gananoque?
Yes. That's it. So I was working there or whatever on the farm road, and literally it's like acres and acres and acres of just straight like weed or whatever. And then like there's like the whole process, and because like these lands are protected, like why them can't just run up in there and all this next
Prince Edward County, they got a bunch of big farms that are like that too. Where now it's legal where they could grow that or whatever. But back in the day, everything was different, and
it was easier to travel back then. Like before 9/11, like I swear you could travel with just like your birth certificate and all that stuff.
That's it. Birth certificate, man, going on a plane with a backpack or something.
Or on a Greyhound bus. I've done
Wow.
told you guys the stories about the Greyhound bus and the burners. Like I was a little small time youth. Just people are bringing bricks probably in the Greyhound, bro. No problem.
So there's been a connection from Canada to the U.S. for a long time. It's just what are they putting through the tunnel or through the pipeline? I guess.
It was the pipeline of drugs from here, like because we had the hydro on Smash, and they would trade it for burners, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even like ratting anything. It's like it's all been documented on the news at this point because they busted so many people. You know what I'm saying?
And then on the other side, most of the is either coming, from West Coast or, because Mexico's there. People go driving to the States from Mexico.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And then that's why I guess the borders got more secure here.
Sure. You know what I'm saying?
And still, man's just walking out of the bush in Montreal coming from the States or whatever. Right?
When we say secure, you got to do the quotation marks when you say secure, because like your sayings are, they're letting a lot of this shit go through, bro. They're just the busts are just for posturing. But this guy right here, they're looking for him, bro.
Big up Ryan Wedding though, man. He's putting Thunder Bay on the map, bro.
Some is whenever there's a drought, so if Wedding wasn't around, the economy would probably be in shit.
For real?
I think he's probably like his operation is providing for the lives of thousands of people.
Definitely.
And like the effect that he has.
Who knows who he's rubbed shoulders with? He's probably rubbed shoulders with Trudeau and all kind of people. If you're that big, bro, you never know the kind of room these guys get in.
Yeah, think about it, man. How many times somebody makes money off of a brick or whatever? Because somebody's selling it, somebody makes money, they buy something, they're spending, they're buying gas, everything in life.
Yeah. Now one brick goes through so many people's hands, so it's a big operation.
I wonder if it's on site with him where like, will they just assassinate him like Pablo Escobar, or like, are they going to try to extradite him, like Interpol? Like how serious are they?
It depends, man, because if he's being protected by the Mexican cartel and they're going to come for him, they're going to have to come guns blazing.
Yo, way out of, not off topic, but just way out of here. What if man's in one of Elon's friggin' space stations just chilling?
He could, bro.
Is that
if you're that big of a distributor? No, fam, it's not out of the realm, because if you're that big of a distributor,
hint,
you're not just some drug dealer, fam. You're a man with power.
Yeah.
You don't know who he knows, fam.
He's Elon's plug.
He could be.
I get it directly off Wedding.
They all cokeheads.
They can't extradite you, right?
Mexico's extradition
from
place.
Mars.
No, I mean like if the man's in space.
Oh yeah,
It used to be kind of
a little more expensive of
Right?
an extradition.
because water is the same thing, you know.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
water is like no man's land. There's no zone on water.
yeah.
That's why pirates and shit do whatever they want in the ocean because there's no laws over
No,
there.
exactly.
No, he could be orbiting the moon right
He could
now.
be in a
Or yacht.
submarine.
Yeah, any of that.
You could afford it.
If he was smart.
Yeah. I think we got time for a couple more stories. I got a couple more here. Doug Ford is looking to charge drunk drivers child support for the next until the next 18 years or until the person's child is 18 years old.
That's insane.
If do a vehicular homicide.
On the parent?
Yes.
Okay.
Ford is choosing more elements of his new crime bill, which is expected to be tabled later this month. Among provisions is making impaired drivers pay ongoing child support if they kill the child's parent or guardian. The government compares the measure to a 2023 Texas law that requires impaired drivers convicted of intoxication manslaughter to pay child support until a child turns 18 or graduates high school if their parent's killed. According to the province, there were 182 deaths caused by impaired driving on Ontario roads in 2021. 96 involving alcohol, 86 due to drugs. Last year, the province introduced a lifetime license suspension for anyone convicted of impaired driving, causing death under the criminal code. Ontario Attorney General Doug Downey.
Okay, so basically, y'all get the gist. Like, yeah, if you kill somebody's parents and as a drunk driver, you're gonna have to pay the child support for that person's child until they're 18.
I agree with that.
If both parents are gone
Yeah.
at the same time.
Oh, what if only one?
I think even they would probably do it for even one.
I mean,
because you got to still have to pay bills and stuff like that, right?
It seems fair, but it seems a little tricky because what if it's a unique situation and there's a lot of different unique situations that could happen within that?
Yeah.
So then who's deciding that, right?
Well, I feel like once you get into the impaired space, it's like all gloves are off. Like, you know, we found that you had a blood alcohol of this and somebody died on the scene. Okay.
So
whatever happens to you happens to you.
After a certain amount.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to do jail time usually for that, right?
Yes.
Either for manslaughter or negligence or whatever.
Well, for both. Yeah.
For both.
Yeah.
But how do you determine how much you're going to pay monthly? One. Two, I do like this as like a preventative measure or a tactic to make sure people don't drink and drive. But I just think it's so arbitrary. Like, what if you end up offing someone who makes 50 grand a month? Are you supposed to pay whatever that would have equated to in bills, you know?
Yeah, for a rich kid, right?
And then what if it's the opposite?
Yeah.
It's like you're only paying like 5 bills a month and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what? Those questions are not answered.
You don't even have a job or something, right?
Yeah, and now for the next 18 years of your life or however old they are stifled by this. They could probably put like a lock on your bank account, like legally really mess you up, prevent you from leaving the country if you don't pay your child support.
Or put you in jail.
But I think all those things are factored in, like how much you make, how much is how much it takes to raise the child. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I think that like if you can't afford it, like they're not gonna force you to pay 50 bands a month if you literally can't do it. You know? So like, I think there's gonna be nuance within it. You know,
you'd be surprised, bro. Canadian government for Family Responsibility Office is vultures.
So I'm putting too much faith in the system, eh?
Yeah, they'll tell you. They'll tell you, figure it out, or we're going to put you in jail till you can pay it, or whatever it might be.
Yes.
Whatever they decide is law to them in their eyes, and they don't see anything else.
Fam, I've met men on range that were on range for not paying child support payments. Smart like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. So he goes to jail for vehicular homicide, like driving drunk. Now he has a child support payment for the person's kid. You'd miss the child support payment 4 or 5 months in the rear, and then they throw you in jail for that.
Okay, yeah, you missed the child support payment. I miss my mom, dog.
This is also true. This is also true.
Every day, bro.
No, but like that person is like they're not going to be able to ever pay the child support payments because you're in a vicious cycle at this point.
What do you think? Because I feel like the government could have some sort of insurance on their citizens where in this case, they would have like a fund. You know how we have like EI that we take from everyone's paycheck?
Yes.
Maybe we have like an allocated fund, like an emergency
People
fund.
are not going to want to pay taxes to let off drunk drivers after child
more
support
like an
bills.
emergency tax where it's like, yo, if you're in like you get an injury or like a death in the family, almost like life insurance, but through the government.
So it should be some attached to your car insurance as liability. If something happens in an accident, part of that money goes towards
maybe
that
the car insurance would cover the monthly.
Yeah.
And now your rate is just crazy.
Yeah, and you got
He's never drive again.
Yeah, and basically you pay child support if anything happens.
They could probably proactively pay, like, here's 10 years, whatever.
I would agree with that if it's like okay, there's like a baseline that every drunk driver would have to pay, and then the insurance companies would pay the rest. Like let's say it's like it's banned every month or whatever, just like across the board. And then if it is like a rich kid, the insurance companies would like supplement whatever extra is needed.
Definitely, nobody should be driving drunk, and we don't want nobody to get hurt from any drunk drivers or anybody else.
Facts.
No, that's a fact, man. Yeah, man. And yeah, salute to Doug. Well, I'm no salute to Doug for it, man. You're a little bit too crazy right now. I'm putting you on timeout. Yeah. Okay, I got one more story for us. Jewelry stores.
Mud.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, we've reported on this, but it keeps on happening over and over.
I feel like it kind of amped up recently.
What's going on with all of this? It's only in Canada too. They're doing
holiday times, bro.
Canadian citizens are weak, bro. Like, if you go to other countries, you know what'll happen? People from the outside are gonna start beating up the robbers to protect the integrity of the owner. Like, you know, the citizens will actually step up,
and a lot of people are armed.
Yeah, it depends on what city you're in. But let me show the video here. Want to pull it up here?
You think they're protecting the robbers here?
Yeah, in this country for sure.
Yeah, I've never seen nothing like. Back in the day, mans would kind of walk into a store, take whatever they want. You remember those days? You know, a bunch of guys walk into like 7-Eleven or something.
Dollarama.
It's stupid shit, but I've never seen this type of shit. This blatantly, like this, consistently.
Go to RTN Canada.
It's almost like there's no fear for the repercussions. And like they're like the security guards watching. The security guard, some like 5'4", like international Punjabi female student. You know, she's freaking out, calling the cops. But
well, because like there's not much security could do in loss prevention. Like you could get sued if you tackle them the wrong way, or if, you know what I mean. So like more times, if you're not, I guess like an officer or something, you're told like don't intervene, just like call the feds and make sure you get the information and all this next stuff.
Now that you're saying that, I remember now that over the last year or two, it's been happening like Chicago, LA. People just walking into Holtz and different things, just grabbing, then just walking out.
Yeah, that's what the youth would. They kind of like would arrange meetups where it's like, yo, at 3 p.m. we're all going to meet up at like is it Holt Renfrew, and then 30 of them will run up in the store because like you're not going to catch all 30 of us. Maybe 1-2 mans will get caught.
Yeah. Okay, let me show y'all the video here.
Before they did this jewelry stuff?
Jesus. Yo, the man are not even like in a rush.
Is that Yorkdale?
Fairview.
Oh, shit.
The confidence and the calmness in their entire demeanor is crazy. Like, they've done this so many times.
Yes.
And you know Fairview, DVP, Don Mills Road, everything is twice.
Look at this mother.
This guy dropped his shoe. L security.
That is a bad representation for bald Arab dudes.
Hold on.
That was an undie, right?
The end of that video, did you see the security guard running? I don't mean to be a profiler, but the man had the nice braid up still.
No, but saying it's an inside job.
No, but he looked like he was serious about his.
There was some pep in his step.
He had a run going on still, but he ain't trying to catch up to them.
What is he gonna do, right?
He's like, oh shit, is that Trevor? Nah, I ain't trying to run up to them.
No, I don't think it's. I think it's like, I don't know what these mans really have on them. And
he knows better.
And what I know that they do have, I'm not trying to get a hammer to the dome.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid enough for this.
It's kind of like, yo, let me just show face and show that I at least attempted a little chase, you know? Like,
so we said, get him. You just have to run, right?
I tried. They ran away. They were too fast.
You got to look like you're at least sprinting, not jogging.
Because like they're getting like a 25, 30 an hour, you know what I mean? Like I'm not risking my life for that.
And none of these guys are going into any of these jewelry stores with actual weapons. It's just hammers.
Just hammers. But why do you think, like they were in the video, they're so calm? We've seen mad videos. We're probably in 20 videos deep at this point for 2025.
Yo, I seen a video where the police were actually on scene and the man them still got away.
Yeah.
So you know what? Because One of the men had to deal with this, and there was a store break-in, cannabis store, and the police were called at, let's say, 3 a.m. They did not arrive until 7 a.m. because it wasn't an armed robbery. If it's armed robbery, they have to come right away. That's why these guys probably caught the flex.
Yeah.
As long as it's not armed robbery, they don't even show up.
Yeah.
So they just come with the hammers.
So you have probably like an hour, 2 hours. Look,
you can take your time.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're dressed like in the balaclavas and stuff like that. So it's not like when you see them coming through the mall, you're like, oh, here comes the robbers. You're just seeing a bunch of YNs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's another problem, and maybe Ovid has to do with this, but just normalizing the balaclava look.
Yeah.
That is not conducive to like a safe environment. I'm not saying everyone who wears face masks is going to do something, but like we're not allowed to, I guess, like quote unquote, like profile in those situations or be like, yo, why do these guys have a mask? You know, it's almost like fashion, but now you can't identify these people. They're probably going to get away scotch-free. And if they're youngins and they get caught, they're not doing that much time in juvie.
You'll be out in no time. Yeah.
That stuff blew my mind. When COVID first hit, I watched it all roll out, and I grew up in the 90s. And I said, oh shit, you're telling everyone to wear masks right now?
Yeah.
And then I just sat and watched. I said, let me just see what happens now. And then I said, oh shit, you have everybody's under manners that much that nobody's doing nothing with all the masks and everything up. And everyone was just in order. And I said, okay, I guess everyone's just following order right now.
Yeah.
And then now it feels like it's late. Like they should have been doing this during COVID, I feel like. You know what I'm saying?
I think because it was 2020 when everybody was told to wear the mask and stuff. By 2021, we started seeing some drills still.
Okay.
And there was videos of popping up of people doing drills and stuff. Famous rappers and stuff too. Like it was starting to happen. It was like, yo, this mask thing might not be a good idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now we're just seeing the worst part of it.
But I also feel like there's less consequence because these guys are stealing from major corporations. They're not hurting anyone.
Right.
These guys have their jewelry insured, right? It's almost like a win-win, like you're stealing from the rich. So I feel like there's less of a problem with it almost, even though it is problematic.
So again, I think the protocol, because you know, career criminals are going to find out all those little loopholes, right? What time these guys are even at the station, when's their breaks, whatever. But what they could technically arrest you or chase you for. And this seems to be that sweet pocket for all these kids right now. It's just like, go in there, no guns. They can't do nothing if you don't have no guns. It's either the security's going to tackle you and try to hold you till somebody comes.
Exactly.
Or if there's more men's and you're intimidating. You know what I'm saying? Then you're not going to get whole. Worst case, at least a homie could come try to rip off a security guard. You see them all. It's like 1, 2 guys.
And none of those guards, even the undie guy, none of them look like they had a strap.
They will never. No.
You know what I mean? So like, what am I afraid of? Even if you do grab me, all my guys,
I'm boxing you, bro.
You know what I mean? So,
or I have a hammer I can friggin' hit your head with.
I'm going to hit you with my walkie-talkie. Like,
That was the first problem that they had on the turfs here, is that they have security guard in Metro Housing, but security guard ain't got not even a vest.
Exactly.
Security guard just stay in the buildings, you know what I'm saying, in the office. They ain't coming outside.
So what are you really enforcing right now?
Exactly.
You know?
They just have to have somebody there for insurance, probably technicality.
Exactly.
But we'll see where this goes, because
I remember holidays.
Yeah, I remember the first time I seen some kind of, not the first time, but I remember it was like these guys, the young boys, getting all the Montclairs or some shit.
Yes.
Do you think by now all the jewelry is like melted and Oliver the cash man is just chilling with it? Like
it's all Oliver.
Yeah, it's Oliver.
Yo, there was a next one. Sorry to cut you. The other guy that was he was a skinnier one. The next guy, he had a commercial too, and he got arrested for some kind of shady shit after years down the line.
You never know. It might be the Oliver's pipeline to get all this extra jewelry in his store.
Well, what do you think these stores could do to like prevent this?
Nothing.
Have a tablet with the pictures of the jewelry.
The police and the government needs to freaking step their game up so that criminals are not as encouraged to just do crime and just get away with it. Because them don't feel like there's any consequences. So they're just doing whatever they want, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mans are not scared of jail. And if they get jail, they're like out in a second, bro. So like, nobody cares, bro.
Yeah. Malls are getting kind of whack now too.
Yeah.
Like everyone's going online shopping, so the malls are probably emptier, so it's less security needed.
The best thing about a mall is the food court now.
Yeah.
Low key.
Just, hey, next time you're at the food court, just If you see some people running by you, just keep your head down and eat your burger.
Imagine you own a store and then like the store beside you just keeps getting robbed. I'll just be like, yo, I'm glad I don't have those problems.
Or imagine you have a jewelry store right now. Every day you're just like, is today the day?
But I feel like
moving in if that's the case.
Jewelry stores always face that risk, whether you're in a mall or in the ends or like even in a rich area, like it's jewelry.
Yeah.
So
and I wonder why they're always like going after these. They're not, I can't say low end jewelry stores, but there ain't no expensive shit in there really like that.
Because they can't go, because the real jewelry stores, they have like, well, one, they're not in
guard or whatever,
yeah, they're not in malls. You have to go through double doors and all this next stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I was thinking even like the jewelry where most of the men get their jewelry from.
Yeah.
Like downtown flea markets, whatever. This, that. Imagine they run into the flea market with all the jewelry.
Even the flea market at Warden Eglington.
My man pull out at the flea market. That's the thing, man. Behind the counter might be like, nah.
And there's a police station right there. There's police in, like, actually in the market.
Yeah, right there by Birchmount.
But you know what I mean? Because always these mall jewelry stores, and if you think about a mall jewelry store, like little thin ass chains,
facts.
like small diamonds.
So like, how much are they getting for these drills?
5 racks.
What? I think more.
You think so?
By the time you melt down all the gold or sell it. Or
remember, all mans have to split.
They don't have rollies in there neither. Like at least like a Rolex store.
Not even a Cartier, bro.
Man, I'm stealing swatches, Switch watches. Bro.
Hey, if you gotta eat, man. I feel you, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Shit.
Well, listen, man. Salute to the streets. Streets gotta eat, man. But listen, I think we got it here for today, man. Yo, salute to JB.
Respect, man. Lots of stuff on the go, man. Got new products coming out. You know, new brands, new music coming out. We got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And salute to everybody. Salute to you guys. You guys are doing an incredible job.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see you guys on the American side, on television, and radio. And it's really, really taking over. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. And thank you for coming through here and chopping it up with us, man. And
respect to y'all.
Great combo.
Pull up again, bro.
Yeah, I'm down to come whenever you guys want me to say the word,
Get JB
man.
a little weekly show going.
We might have to do it, man. You're a good podcaster.
Yeah, respect.
Let's get some tunes for the road here.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody out there in Toronto, man. Show love. See it there?
We love hip-hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip-hop.